people who are watching Beans' stream.
Oh,
Didn't
Beans
you
is
know
streaming.
we actually publish it on YouTube and we get a good number of viewers.
Yeah.
What? How many? Like 30k?
Wait.
Wow.
Last one got about 2,000 views.
What?
Oh.
Really?
Bullshit.
No,
Yeah.
not really.
Bullshit.
They're
They watch
You're
it live.
kidding, right?
They're bullshitting.
You're lying, I
Clearly.
swear.
Bullshit.
We're not. We'll link you the video.
Do it.
Do it.
Do
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah, let me go find it one second.
Oh no! I know. No, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna fucking link Rick Astley.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not. It's actually
illegal to do that without someone's permission.
It's true.
Here it
But
is.
not
Look,
in
this is
America. It's not a one
Oh, wrong
party
chapter.
approval.
There you go.
Oh my god! I love that video.
I'm surprised you didn't throw in the Rickroll.
Yeah, same. I'm actually happy
No,
you did.
It's actually a Rickroll. You think it's that, and then you click on it.
Right,
and it's
I'm
actually
clicking on it.
It's not getting any better.
Well,
Someone could probably like edit. Someone probably could edit the slap to her like slapping in time to the drums.
yeah.
Nerf this.
This is Toff's next project. He's gonna do this soundboard.
Wow.
Never gonna nerf this.
I think scrims in the next week will be fucking horrible.
Oh my god.
The soundboard it'll become sentient.
Oh, okay, right.
Okay.
Okay, so does anyone have any questions and so forth? I will leave the first 10 minutes of the session, or the next 10 minutes of the session, down to questions and anything else you want.
Did we do XP at the end of the last session?
Can we go to McDonald's?
We
think-
did do XP for the bullet, didn't we? I
Yeah,
think.
a
I gave it
thousand.
down.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, 1,000 for each and 150 for proof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not even
No,
100.
I think it was. No, never mind.
I just
It
really
wasn't a
need
lot.
my character just needs a rest. I think we
Yeah,
all do, to be honest.
we
Like
all
out of
need a
everything.
rest.
I don't know what you're on about. It didn't. Once
I'm
again,
good. I can keep going.
I have no spell slots. I can't heal.
I didn't lose any health fighting the bullet.
same. We just.
Well, I didn't lose any health fighting the
I
bullet,
call,
but
I call such bullshit that you all get to spread the XP after I spend the entire session kiting it.
Yeah, but we were
Well,
doing.
someone had
Do
to
you
do
see how
it.
much damage I did to it?
well, I was whole time ready to save your ass if you happen to
5
die.
hours of me running in about 2/3 of a circle.
I have, Bimish and I 360 no scope the shit out of
We
it.
did, yeah, we did so much damage to it.
Total-
And Beans just comes along at the end and shoots some missiles at
I'm
his
joking.
face.
Yeah. Who's your
I
daddy?
just
Yeah.
I am only joking, but I did think back to the last session. I was just like, literally, the entire session was me running around
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
big
it was.
circle.
I sacrificed my 999 ball bearings for you.
Well,
And this is how
Oh.
you thank me.
wait, guys, didn't the bullet just wake up?
Well, no, because Lewis was screwing with me because I called out that he might.
Oh,
do
for
it.
fuck's
You had a
sake.
perception check.
But yeah,
You
something's
just
gonna-
finished a perception check.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Shit. What? Can we have no more of those? Oh, Lewis is gonna make us have a cliffhanger
I've
anymore
learned-
because it's gonna happen.
I've learned my lesson. I'm just staying quiet from now.
Yeah, that's why we don't shit the DM. He's
This is
sadistic.
Lewis is just beating me into submission now. Like
Oh.
I started these sessions so defiant and like I'm gonna stand up to every decision. And now I'm just like, whatever you say, Lewis. I'm sorry.
I'm surprised you didn't notice it earlier.
I rolled a nat
But, like,
20. I understand. I'm sorry.
It's like James goes, "Are you sure?" When I make a decision, I just raise a single eyebrow. He goes, "Yes, okay."
Kind
Right, let me
reminds
just take a jumper
me-
off. One sec.
Kind of
Oh, he's
reminds me
stripping
of
off.
the-
lads.
Lewis-
Oh,
What's
the way he
wrong with
worded it,
everyone
it sounded like the goblins we held hostage in the cave.
Right, jumper has been removed. So
you mean
let's
business.
have our group recap of the previous session.
What do you mean, Rika? We kited the fucking bullet for 4 hours straight.
And
That was it.
yeah, that's what it was. We were just kiting to shit, and then we were just firing arrows into it.
Yeah. Do you want me to do? I'll do the summary, Lewis, if you want.
Let me. Yeah. Okay. Right, you go for it.
But
I was just about to do it, but yeah. You
Okay, no, do it.
Okay. So after kiting it around for a while, we fired many large amounts of arrows into it, into its particular areas. Like we found out that if we shot it in the eye, it didn't really affect it, so we needed to like spread out its areas. And the only area we hadn't hit was its belly, and then Beans came along at the end and fired some missiles at its belly. Which
Technically, we did metagame a little bit because technically you didn't know that this is the key to success, but I think could be defended by one.
Well, I did know, but I'm not sure.
In general, I'm not too worried about using strategies and communicating throughout the fight, because I think a lot of DMs do it where, and I've watched these DM sessions where you can only communicate through your turns, and it just becomes really long and inconvenient. And if we did a 12-hour session, I'd do it that way.
I'd see.
Because it would be
12-hour session.
12-hour. Oh my god.
That would be epic.
Yeah.
I think we should do that one
8 to
day.
12-hour sessions.
That would be
I would
really
love to
cool.
do. I would love to do a long one at some point.
Over the
Okay,
summer.
we will
Lewis would
definitely
love-
need a lunch or dinner break in between those.
Actually, that does remind me. I was going to suggest over the summer we could do a whole campaign in just like 3 days solid. Like we could just.
You need to remember that most of you guys may be at school, but me and Beans aren't.
No,
in the summer. Not in the summer.
I'm not in school either.
Yeah,
I'm
but you
at
go to
uni office
university,
summer.
right? Do you not get the same breaks and so forth?
I break from July to end of September, so I'm Gucci the entire summer.
End of September. I have a break from.
I probably will be working in summer, but
start
I
of June.
can take.
End of August.
I probably will have 2 to 3 days per month. I can take
Well,
off.
we could do
something.
something like a 3-day mini campaign or something like that. That could be cool.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
Just condense it into like
That would be
3
cool.
8-hour sessions or something.
Mm.
Oh lord.
Yeah,
It would be sweaty, but it would be good fun.
it would be fun. I don't give a shit.
All the sitting. My
Fuck it,
arms
guys.
are
Let's go
flat.
one step further. Let's all go to a central location, play D&D properly.
That would be really cool, but like we're all so spread out like across.
Dude,
Yeah,
Europe.
it would be pretty
Yeah.
expensive.
If
That
It
It
would.
would.
if you want to do this, I would be more than glad to just fly to the UK for a weekend just to play D&D with you.
Really?
Yeah, I would do.
Same.
when you
but
have the
won't happen
Ouroboros.
this year. Perhaps next year when I have worked a bit more. So
When we
Yeah,
do the
Beans
Ouroboros
is right. We could do it as an Ouroboros event. Yeah. Ouroboros
Oh
meetup.
well, fine. I get it. Guys.
Yep,
Fuck
yep.
you.
better than damn.
Well,
he's
you
back.
could
Yeah.
you could come to the D&D thing and then subtly like party crash.
No,
Particularly like the
I'm
Ouroboros
one of
one.
the cool kids.
Come on, Mercy
fine. Remind me who I'm unmodding in Scrim Central. That's Toff and Son.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a moderator. Thank you very much. You can't unmod me.
I can
You
unadd
can only unadmin me. God. Size our lowly moderator.
Yeah,
actually-
but I'm there only to help you guys, so you will be
True.
shooting
I
your
actually-
own leg if you unmod me.
I actually lost my ability to remove other admins, and then Zeke pointed it out. I was like, "You've just sealed your own demise by granting me that power back."
Okay, anyway,
Anyway, yeah,
regardless.
Like, can we just
But wait,
appreciate
Sam.
the fact that Lewis said I really want to do a long one earlier. Also, I need to carry on doing my my recap.
Yeah.
Continue.
So we were so Beans got the finishing blow on the boulette, and it caused it to just flop down, and immediately we surrounded it after collecting heads of all of the nearby Goliaths. I think we have like 26, 27.
Something.
It
around
equates to about 400 gold each. And just as we were about to finish the session, there was a perception check which was made.
Did we actually get the gold? We haven't got the gold yet, have
No,
we?
we need to give
Yeah,
that
we need to
to
do
the
that.
Fighters Guild.
We're still in the forest.
Lewis,
Yeah.
I do have a question. I forgot to ask.
Yes.
Is it reasonable for me to assume that the letter I sent out like 4 or 5 sessions ago that I got an answer already? Given
It's
how fast
been 1 day since then, isn't it? Or 1 day and a bit?
I think
It's coming up on 2 days
2 or
now
3
because we're on
days?
night time of the 9th. So this would make it 2 days, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, it's reasonable to assume that it's probably arrived by now.
Cool.
It might have arrived earlier. It depends upon weather conditions and so forth. It could have even arrived overnight.
But we have only been like in Waterdeep for one night.
No,
This is
tomorrow.
the
I
second
did the
guy.
maths on. I actually looked up the average flight speed and so forth for homing pigeons and did the maths for them,
Yeah, I remember.
Oh my god.
and checked the weather schedule that I have lined up as well to figure out how soon it will actually arrive in Waterdeep. And in Neverwinter, I have the exact time where it would arrive.
That's dedication.
Lads, given what I wrote in the letter, we might want to wait a little bit longer Neverwinter, because if things go right, we don't need to buy expensive horses.
Oh,
True.
cool. Right, so are we starting the session then?
Yes, we shall resume
Let's
from
go.
our perception check. Let me just grab some ominous music for you all.
Shit. I hate the fucking music.
The bullet shits itself due to defecation of
Wait,
body all that
wait,
jazz.
Sea Surfer, you're standing right at his behind, I think.
Oh shit.
You're gonna get the diarrhea?
You're gonna get. You're gonna get
He's already covered in fish.
Toph's revenge.
Didn't he clean himself up after the fish place?
I think he's still got a little bit. I think he's still smelling a little bit fishy. No one's gonna trust him anymore.
No one trusts me.
Yeah.
Just waiting for someone to make an X joke.
Nani?
Okay, so resuming from our previous session, you've just rolled a perception check.
Who?
Do we remember who had the highest number?
Oh,
Nat 20?
oh.
Yeah, I
Natural
did.
20, was it?
No, I wasn't. It wasn't. It was a 16. I think.
16, yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, the people standing around the boulette now notice that around the eye, which received a great deal of bolts, well, around one of the specific ones on the right side of its head, we can now see that the already grey plates of the boulette are beginning to become a darker colour, and this dark grey is beginning to spread out from around the eye and across the rest of the boulette's head at a pretty rapid pace.
Is Kobo able to see the process, because he's like straight line?
All
of sight?
three people stood near it can see it. Corbeau, you'll be able to see it in about a minute.
Can I beckon Corbeau over? I raise my hand to Corbeau and shout, "Come over here! Something's happening."
Ah, merde. And I
Shit.
walk over.
So now you can see what's going on, right?
How long?
The dark grey of the plates is beginning to spread across the head now. It's essentially engulfed the entirety of the right eye and is kind of encased where the forehead per se would be
How
of it,
quick
and
is
it's
it?
spreading
How
down the
quick is it
jaw.
moving?
Probably a good few centimeters a second.
Can
About
I
3 or
try?
4.
Can I try like poking it or like scraping it with my blade?
Not again.
The plate where you touch it with your where you touch the plate with your finger, it feels almost soft and springy.
Feels
Soft.
like I'm having a deja vu.
Can I try like just gently pressing my blade into its like head or something?
The blade gets a good few centimeters down and then eventually begins to slow down as if it's getting tougher and thicker as you push.
Okay, it's just like it's just
If
rotting.
if this is spreading through the skin, it's probably spreading through the organs as well, which is going to
Yeah,
plan to harvest
Yeah.
the glands.
Wait, surely it'd be easier to harvest the organs and get through all of that shit.
Don't you think this looks awfully familiar to what
Yeah,
happened to the bear in
bear.
the arena?
Yeah. But the bear was doing like a sort of hibernation thing, I think.
Can I
Maybe not.
grab meanwhile, can I grab Proof's arm? I don't even remember his name anymore because he was away so long. Yeah, I will grab Proof's arm and walk there towards the crew.
I guess I follow along.
Well, you can't exactly not do that. You're being grabbed.
I'm going to say the same thing that I said last session as a man who's traveled this country far and wide. Can I make a history check or something similar to
for
determine
it.
whether I know? Okay, cool.
You're trying to figure out whether you've seen this process before.
Yep. Oh boy! Mod
What's
20.
Oh.
You've never seen this before.
Oh. Oh god.
Am I close enough to see it?
Yeah, you both
Yes.
Well, I've never seen this kind of skin condition before.
I
Can I do a sort of like a check to see? Because I'm a hunter, I might have seen this
Go
before.
for it.
What check am I doing? Survival.
Whatever you like.
I'll do
Information
survival
received
check.
will change based upon it. What did you roll?
14, modified 14.
You've never seen anything like this before.
Oh my god.
While the other people are
Can
doing
I-
this, can I reclaim my broken blade from its throat?
Oh, good idea.
Yoinks.
It is currently laying flat on its belly.
I
You're
don't
going
know
to have to
why
lift the head.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
for fuck's
Bro, we're
sake.
making a rascal play that
Okay,
now.
boys, you know what we need to do.
Effect has a better widow. He has the best
What's
widow on
What do we
download.
need to do?
Collect a strength check
Oh,
to lift
oh,
this.
oh, okay. Yeah, we could do a collective strength check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, let's go.
I probably will join to help you guys.
Oh, that's 11.
11 for me as well. Wow.
12.
9.
6 even with bonus.
Oh my god.
It rolled again because I lifted it, but it was 5. So 6 from me.
I got 19.
Oh,
19, nice. Well, the weakest one got 19.
What? Why am I the weakest one?
Because you
You do nothing but
specifically-
sing and play the guitar. What do you think?
said that you
Otto
were
is
really
not
like
stronger
skinny.
than me.
What's your
I'm
total
strong,
number?
Gobbo.
What's your total number?
Total number, oh.
11
plus-
plus 11 plus 6 plus 19 plus 15?
52.
Did Beans roll?
11,
52.
11, 11, 11, 6, 19, 15.
Beans, did you
What?
do your roll?
No.
Please do the roll.
Oh no! Well, Beans, you could just sit out.
54 in total.
Okay. The group begins to attempt to lift the head. It does not budge at all. It is extremely heavy. As you continue to attempt to lift the head, you feel almost as if it's beginning to lift up a little bit more, almost as if the head is getting lighter as time passes by.
Oh.
But you're still not able to get it off the ground. It's still too heavy.
Mm.
Can we use the ball bearings to move?
What?
About that. Yeah, never mind if we are now trying to move it.
This tree is in okay state, right, Lewis? The one that
Yes.
I have some rope. Can I tie the rope around its head and then use a tree branch as a lever to exponentially increase our strength roll effectiveness against it?
Exponentially.
Well, okay, probably not exponential, but a linear increase in strength.
James, why are you so intelligent? Jesus Christ.
Just
Try it.
asking to.
That's
are we gonna-
unnecessarily intelligent. He just
Are we
uses
all rolling
fancy
again?
words.
I take my rope, my length of rope out of my backpack. I tie it around the head, throw it over the strongest looking branch on the closest tree, and then I encourage everyone to pull on that rather than trying to lift the head up itself.
Should we do another strength check?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
11.
22.
15.
11,
15 plus
22,
15.
15.
That's 64. Anyone else not rolled?
I have 11 as well. If you
Oh,
didn't
right.
count it in yet.
No, I haven't.
Wouldn't the check on our weight?
Wait, did you get 11 again?
Yes.
So that's 75.
You manage to lift the head about a quarter of a meter off of the ground.
Is that enough for me to get the blade out?
Right?
What am I rolling?
Just tell me you want to try it.
Yeah, I want to try it.
Okay. Erden attempts to go for the head, but with one person less strength on the branch, the head goes back into the ground.
Can you use
Oh,
magic?
I rolled a 22.
Can someone use their magic hands or something to pull it out while we're holding onto it? Does that work?
It's not that strong. Like, you have to get it under still somehow. I mean, couldn't we just cut off the head if it's that easy? Like, if it's rotting?
It
Or wait
seems that
just a
it
moment?
doesn't work very well.
Don't we have
Fine.
some
Okay.
of the potion fill giant strength left?
It's fine. I can always get a new blade. I'm just going to be rather pissed off
Okay.
about it. So
The dark colour has now spread down to about halfway through the Boulette's
Oh.
chest.
Can I approach
Can I-
the
Um,
corpse of the Boulette and try using some fire against it? Like, can I get my sword out, my flaming sword, and see what effect fire has on it?
Trying to
Can-
push the blade into the creature.
I want to try and see if fire can burn it, or like, yeah, I'll push the blade into the creature again.
The blade sinks through quite easily, particularly more easily the further up from to where the transformation originally began.
Okay.
The fire does not appear to affect it in any significant manner.
Mm.
Yes, Si.
I was thinking, can I sort of, can I roll insight or perception, whichever is better to compare to, in my mind, to what happened to the bear? Does it look similar? And
That would be a wisdom or intelligence check,
Okay.
I believe.
can I go with wisdom?
But didn't the skin of the bag get rock hard, while the skin of the bullet seems to be like just softer? Or, like,
yeah,
just
but
decolored?
perhaps the bullets plates are so tough in general
That is the true.
that it's like
Oof.
it's 19 plus oh, that's someone else. What? That's wrong.
Was
Side
your
of the
dice
table.
a die the blue one, the light blue?
The teal one. It is 9 plus 5, 14.
Hang on, I'm looking at sign in the book.
And I mean, I also have sort of an idea what it could be, but I don't know if like I can make that kind of assumption or connection, or
If it's,
like
if it's something that Matara can figure out herself, yes.
yeah, okay, maybe then. I think so. Because there shouldn't be anything she doesn't know.
Yeah, so it would be a wisdom check, yeah. So what was that, a 19 total?
14 total.
The transformation does look quite similar to that of the bear.
Okay.
The colour is different, but you suspect that is possibly because the plate of the Boulette was already a grey, whereas the
Alright.
bear was a kind of a brown on the fur.
Okay.
And the difference in the sort of strength of the material seems to be simply a case of the fur was hard for fur. It got harder, but the Boulette's plate was already sort of very strong anyway.
Okay.
Maybe it's going towards some middle ground.
Okay. I'd like to, in my mind, further compare it to the effect of that dragon in the vision, the one that was turned to stone.
There does not appear to be a similarity that you can see.
Okay.
can I roll a perception, a history check based on the fact that I've done some previous research and see now that I've seen the effects. See if I gain anything more, Lewis.
Yep.
9 plus
And what kind of check are you trying to achieve?
history. I'm seeing.
If you're trying to figure out something, it's going to be intelligence. Intelligence will be measuring reasoning and memory.
Okay, so that's 9, 10, 11, 12. 12.
Now, you can give this to me in a more specific way, as in you can either give it to me as history, arcana, or investigation.
History arcana.
Pick one.
Oh, damn it. I thought I could do a history of magic check. Okay. History, bearing in mind what I previously know.
Okay, and total roll of
It was 12.
12.
Hold on. If I'm doing a if it's a history check and it's based on my intelligence, no, I just add my history, don't I?
Yes,
That's
that
fine.
already has your
Okay,
intelligence modifier.
Okay, in which case it's 14.
Okay. You are not familiar with. You're not any more familiar with what this is.
Okay. So no one knows what this is. Okay.
I don't want to be pushy, but since we do not know what kind of disease this poor animal has, we should maybe hurry. Either go back to the town or get its organs.
Mm,
We need the
Yeah.
glands, yeah.
we do.
How long
Yeah.
will it take us, Lewis, if we all work together to harvest the glands?
You originally suspected something in the realm of 3 to 4 hours.
Wow.
Together?
But it's softer now,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. You can
Plates do appear to be softer.
Maybe we
It is
should
a
never
very
visit
large
Sterling.
beast. It will take a very long time to cut through it.
If I take someone's giant axe, I remember someone had an axe or a great sword or something, and
I have a great sword. Yeah.
try and cut off its head so I can get to the blade underneath it. How? I guess that's a roll, isn't it? I would have to do a roll for that.
Yeah.
We would need a strength roll.
I could do it then.
Got about 3 feet of muscle and flesh, and about half a foot of plate to get through.
Okay, how about if we both do it? If I borrow someone else's sword, then we can kind of do the whole lumberjack thing of you swing, I swing, you swing, I swing.
Yeah,
you
we
swing,
could
I
do
swing.
that. Yeah. I mean, there's a silver sword in the bag of holding. You could use that.
Okay, can we do that?
Silver.
Lewis?
Silver two-hander.
Yep. Go for it.
Okay.
Did you also want some checkered shirts, you 2-level build?
Oh, nice.
Oh, juicy nat 20,
How do you
Oh
like?
shit.
21.
And is Scottish assisting?
Oh, 24.
Between the two of you, managed to make pretty quick work of this, surprisingly so. You managed to get into a good rhythm together, and you work well together as a team, and
Yeah,
you
we do.
get through the head in a less than half, just under half an hour.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And when the head falls off, am I now able to get the blade now that it's not attached to the massive body?
It takes a bit of effort, but eventually you sort of roll the head off to the side, and you can get the blade out from where the neck was.
How
Yes,
big
lads.
It
is the
is-
head?
It is covered in the thick mercurial-like blood of the bulette, but still intact.
Oh.
Okay, I wipe it clean on the grass while everyone else is doing whatever they want to do. I go away and I
Yeah,
spend some time cleaning it. and
Could we
wiping
do that while you cut off the head? Like, it's half an hour.
Oh yeah, you guys
We
could
want to do
like
something else in the meantime.
do other stuff.
Yeah, go for
you
it.
could-
What do you want to do?
I would actually like to collect my ball bearings if it's possible, so I don't need to buy new ones.
I think you could probably. Oh, can you collect 999 ball bearings in grass within half an hour?
I
Well,
mean,
they're probably in piles, aren't they? You could
yeah, I
use
mean, I
your
threw them
hands,
with
shovel
both
it.
hands in front of the bullet. They can't be too spread.
Yeah.
You said it's
I
like
will say
10 by 10 feet.
I will use the same rules for gathering arrows, so that you can recover half of them
Oh,
within
okay.
20 minutes. So you can recover 400. I'll say you recover 500 of them.
Fair
No,
enough.
isn't it in 10 minutes you recover?
Well, yeah, I'm
Arrows.
going to give him a little bit of extra time, considering ball bearings are harder to recover than arrows.
Okay, that makes sense. How big is the head?
It's pretty fucking big. The
Oh,
head is
shit.
about 2 feet in length, and well, I'm talking the head, but then the actual jaw and kind of like almost beak-like appendage that comes out of the head is another foot in length as well. So it's about 3 feet in length total, and then about 2 feet in height.
I wanted to like pick it up, but I don't think that'd be possible.
It's still pretty heavy.
Yeah. Maybe I could drain out the mercurial like blood, and that might weigh it, lose its weight a bit.
The blood is leaking forth at a slower rate now, as you can see that whatever
Oh,
heart-based system in this creature is no longer functional.
yeah. Also, can I ask, where did the grey patches originate from?
The eyes.
The eyes. Okay. Has it got teeth?
It kind of doesn't have teeth. It has almost gum-like structures along the inside of the jaw, which you
Oh.
can see that are essentially designed to just smash through something of brute force. It doesn't really cut through victims. It just slams through them. Almost. It's not necessarily a sharp gun, but it's kind of a smaller shape. So the amount of force directed into it would be easily strong enough to sever something. Perhaps it was from your animal knowledge, perhaps it kind of just evolved to this point where it could achieve it, and it didn't need to evolve any further.
Yeah.
It didn't need to grow teeth. It was
Fair
already a killing machine.
Okay, that makes sense. Can I carve out its other eye, the one that's not like dead?
Both of the eyes are completely ruined.
Really? What happened to the other one?
They were
July.
both caved in by the same great axe.
Oh. I thought there was only a cut in one of the eyes.
It was completely blinded by the Goliath chieftain.
Oh, okay. Well, okay then.
Can I, while they cut off the head, start asking a couple of questions? So, how did this creature even get here?
You want them to us?
Asking anyone.
He's asking the group.
Oh, okay.
I look at you and sort of slightly uneasy and say that we may have lured it into here.
I raise my eyebrow. How do you lure such a creature to a place?
It has to do with a lot of vomit.
Oh god.
It's true. It was not pretty.
Look
I
a bit
shake my
confused
head.
at you.
Well, we bought some kind of potion, a scent, which apparently attracts bullets, and as you can see, it worked just fine. But that's pretty much it. We just bought the thing and tried to throw it into the Goliath's nest. 3 of us happened to try it. It smelled terribly. We all puked. We almost died to the bullet. But well, here we are, alive and kicking.
Okay.
I kick the bullet's body.
We were intended to fight the Goliaths to get their heads.
While they're doing
That
this, can
was
I
fast.
come back and start trying to get at the glands and start whatever process needs to start to get to the glands?
It's going to take you at least an hour to 2 hours to even figure out the anatomy of this creature and identify where the glands are, let alone extract them.
I guess I'll get cracking on that while everyone else is talking.
Yeah.
I will.
Wait. If they all start talking, I'm gonna sit next to a tree and start reading my book.
Sure.
Can I take out the 2 halves of the soul cage that I picked up earlier and cast a mending spell on them?
Okay, yeah, go for it. Does mending require a roll, or is it automatic?
I think it's
can
automatic.
does it just do a crack, or can it do the whole thing?
Depends,
single
it
break
breaks
or
one
whatever.
tear.
Broken chain link or 2 halves of broken key? Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
so you can put those 2 pieces together then.
Okay.
As a regular tear is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension. Yeah, that's you got that as well. Leaving no trace of the form of damage. Can physically repair a magic item or construct, but does not restore any magic to such an object. Okay, so you're able to restore the sort of integrity of this gem.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it may have once been very valuable and could potentially be valuable again if perhaps sort of given to a jewel crafter and refined per se, because currently it is very rough around the edges from its ordeal. Perhaps
know
another cast of the mending spell could help.
Right. Do I know what it's used for, like how it works and everything, like soul cage?
So
No.
a soul cage can be used to trap the soul of a creature. The creature's body must still be alive, but so long as that creature's body is alive, the soul of that creature can be contained within the soul cage itself. And unless the soul cage is destroyed, the creature itself cannot be destroyed. The name of the soul cage is a bit misleading. It's not potentially a prison per se, but more a vessel of storage. So if you needed to safeguard a soul, then you would do it that way. Wizards in the past, particularly necromancers, are known for storing their soul in a soul cage and then essentially using it for safekeeping and hiding the soul cage away somewhere so they could continue to use their body in a normal manner. But if their body was destroyed, they could have a new body created and then the soul cage linked to that body, so they would never actually die.
Can Okay, yeah, never mind. Because
So-
we
so
already
hang
of
on.
this, sorry.
So the soul gets put in the cage, but the body still is usable, basically. But your
Yes,
soul is now in the
soul
cage.
and the body
If
are
I
linked.
remember correctly, when we got that, it was they were going to extract the soul of the angel or the angelic being, put it in the soul cage, and then put the demon in the body of the
Yes.
angel so that it had access to the corporeal realm.
Well, the demon was already in the soul cage. They planned to kill the angel, and so
Okay.
destroy the angel's soul, and then put the demon into that body,
Mm.
link it with the body,
How can
so they had a physical presence in the world.
how can you still use your body if you don't have the soul?
What do you mean?
How-
Well,
how-
the
how-
the soul is in
It's-
the cage, and then that soul is linked to the body by
Yeah.
some means. You're not familiar
Oh,
with
right.
exactly what it is,
Oh, okay,
but
I
there is
understand
some way that it will communicate with the body,
It's like
or
Horcrux.
some link.
now. Okay. So
A
is
similar
that now?
concept, yes.
So is that now one soul cage I've got? That worked.
It's the magical function is not restored to it. It is essentially a gem,
Right. Okay.
a very rough gem. If you were to cast mending on it again, you could probably restore some value to it.
Okay. Okay.
Can I roll a
Uh,
history check to see if I know anything more about the bullet's anatomy that might speed up this harvesting process?
You've already done a history check on bullets, so no.
Oh, I was going to be more specific. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I'm just butchering this thing
Um,
slowly. Oh, we also want to take its
Um,
plates, don't we? Although the grey stuff is spreading, so it's rendering the plates weak and brittle and useless. So probably not actually.
James, let the lady talk.
Sorry.
I didn't know about lady, but yeah. Can I just like speak, continue the conversation? That was
Yeah, go for it.
just go- Yeah. Okay. I now ask in my turn from proof that where were you actually? You completely abandoned us, and the situation was actually rather unpleasant and dangerous, I have to say.
Yeah, this
I
is a story.
take a moment to just think about what I'm going to say, and then turn around here. Well, it seems like my help wasn't either needed or wanted, so I decided I wouldn't bother you.
Wouldn't bother us. We had to sneak past the guards, and we had to kill one of them and then sneak past him. And if we were noticed, we probably would be right now in some dungeon rotting away.
Maybe I could have helped you at that point, then.
I'll look at my boots, looking annoyed, angry slightly. I decide to just shake my head and... Well, I'm glad you are back and alright. But
Thank you. It's also pretty relieved to find you all right.
just think next time what you are going to do, Proof. You cannot do something so reckless.
Just stay silent. By the way, while I was where did I write this? Took a visit to the Arcane Dust again while I was gone. And I borrowed a book called Beginner's Survey of Giants, which I still actually don't. You have never given me the pages, Lewis.
I will answer your questions about it.
Oh, right. But I did read it, right, in that session.
Yes.
Okay.
So essentially, what it gives you is basically almost like a roll of 10 per se around that area on almost all topics regarding giants. So you can refer back to that. So if you ever ask me, do I know anything about this giant in terms of this regard from this book, I'll be like, okay, well, this is what you read in the book.
Yeah, so I borrowed this book because I thought it might be useful since we might be dealing with giants. You can all have a read through it if you want to. at some point.
I know.
And it just goes silent.
Lewis, does the boulette have any like small external areas that can be easily cut off, like a tail or
It has a
tooth
small
or ears?
stump at the end of its body, but it's more like a rudder than a tail. Everything else is very large and bulky.
Okay, I just want to cut something off and just to like have it and show a wizard it maybe, or something like that. Can I try cutting that off?
The rudder.
Yeah, the rudder.
Yeah, you're welcome to try. It's not particularly difficult to then cut off. It's now gone that dark grey colour as well.
Okay.
It comes off with ease. You just lop it off with one go. It's
okay.
very soft now. When you remove the rudder, the small amount of blood that leaks out from that, you notice it seems to be almost turning grey as well.
Oh shit, that's great.
Right, so we're probably about 10-20 minutes through by now. So far, Erden, you have give me an intelligence check actually.
14 plus 15, 17.
17. Okay. So far, you have not managed to identify the location of the glands, but you have managed to figure out a little bit about the anatomy of the boulette. So far, you've come across a total of 3 hearts and
What?
9 lungs.
What the fuck is
my
this?
God.
The creature seems to be essentially designed to withstand massive amounts of punishment throughout the body. In what seems to be almost random locations, you find different hearts, lungs, many arteries, some of which just seem to have almost shriveled up and kind of turned into more of a wire than anything else. You can tell there's no way any blood flows down that. Your theory is that once an artery has been damaged, it can essentially become redundant, shrivel up, and then turn into this almost wire-like appendage and just be discarded by the body.
That happens in humans. Only it turns into a ligament.
Oh, sorry.
Essentially, this process you believe can be controlled by the boulette, and then it can switch from that artery to use a different artery.
Oh shit.
Okay, that's okay.
Can I cut out its
sense.
heart?
You're welcome to take a heart or more than
Yeah,
one.
I'll take
There are
one
plenty
of
them.
the hearts.
Breaking character for a second. If something has 3 hearts and I shot it with an arrow, I'd expect the blood to geyser, like
A lot of these
splash
hearts.
everything.
A lot of these hearts exhibit the same appearances as the arteries. Essentially, they seem to be shut down once they've been compromised,
Yeah,
and
but
then
the
we switch
blood
over to a
pressure,
different circuit.
Blood pressure.
Absolutely, that's why the eyes soaked a crap ton of blood.
Okay.
There also appears to be a shed ton of blood inside this creature.
Besides, this blood is thicker, so it's not going to sprout like human blood.
Wait, so I've got a boulette.
Saying.
I want to do the
I've got-
math now. If we assume it's got thickness of mercury and 3 hearts. No, that's okay. Carry on.
You reckon
so-
there's probably more than 3 hearts in here?
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit. Can I So I've got cards. Can I get some cards for the thingy? I've got the tail thing and then the
You
heart.
can indeed.
Cool.
I don't know, can you?
I don't know. Can I? Well, I'm asking him. If it's something that I can just do, I don't need to say can I.
Right, so let's grab a custom card. There you go. So
Thanks.
you found yourself almost all of the hearts except one, which must have been the last one. The final remaining heart is shriveled. So you've got 2 shriveled hearts, 2 shriveled bullet hearts, 1 live bullet heart, is in unshriveled. 9 lungs, all 9 of which are shriveled. And as many thin, wiry arteries as you could possibly get your hands on. There are a lot of them.
Wait. So boulette. I'm gonna call this card bullet parts.
Of which there are many. I might add that these are these are pretty big, heavy objects. They're going to need to go in the bag of holding if you want to carry them around.
Oh, really? Okay. Shit.
I look up at Erden now and ask.
What the fuck? It's disconnected.
You look over at Erden as he's like digging through the body of the roulette, tossing hearts and lungs over his shoulders.
I DC'd.
I DC'd as
DC'd
well.
as well.
I
Everyone
DC'd.
DC'd.
Ah.
Damn you, Toff.
Yeah.
If you can
Well, I guess
get
we
back
can
in
just
again.
continue.
The whole game is like not just.
Mine's still alive, so if you
Okay.
can get back.
And
Oh,
Oh, my game crashed entirely. Nice.
yeah.
Just wait for a while, it comes back.
Yeah. Well, continue onwards. We don't need the board.
Yeah. I look at Erden and ask to everyone just, can I now know who this man, was it Erden, is, and why we should trust him?
Well, he is a fine fellow.
Okay. And how do you know that he is that? We were fighting him.
I am very charismatic, and people like me know when other people are good or bad.
What?
But he's good.
Well, for starters, we come from the same place. We come from where was it? I can't remember now. I should remember my head.
Never would.
Neverwinter. That's true. And we fought side by side in the gladiatorial arena. Had several near-death experiences, which forged a bond between us.
People from Neverwinter can't be bad, except maybe one or two people who work for underground assassin organizations. But apart from that, I think we're good people.
Would you consider yourself a good person?
Most definitely. I didn't kill you yet, didn't I?
No, then just... Okay, so... So just because you knew each other before...
No,
that was-
we didn't know each other before. We just happened to be, well, we knew of each other in passing.
Acquainted to some extent.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, someone else. Oh wait, no. I saw people talking about Boulette in the chat, and I was like, "Hey,
Yeah,
we're doing Boulette," and then I was like,
that's
"Oh wait, that's you guys." I'm gonna have to quit the game. Having that cheerful music doesn't match
Wait.
the tone of the conversation we're having.
Lewis, are you talking in the general chat? Because there's someone called Lewis.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Not my Steam name. Let's focus, lads.
ADHD is not like. Okay.
ADHD generation can't stand 20 seconds of disconnect. What twat?
So...
Dickhead.
Yeah, what's the date?
Says the guys who can't focus on the D&D.
Sorry, it's hard to
So-
focus when I'm not in the game.
What happened down in that dungeon or cellar or whatever it was?
Well,
While I
with all
was
the blood
there?
and stuff.
Well, I mean, since I almost passed out from that orb, I think it was. Yeah, what happened after that?
You mean
Like
after
you were fighting,
kill-
and then you somehow figured out that you're best friends, and then I walked away, and then something happened. I saw you guys inside a room with something else in there, and there was a lot of blood in there as well. What happened in there?
Well, would you believe me if I said that we met some kind of angel?
Yeah, I met the angel.
Why are you
Yeah,
asking
you
that?
actually didn't meet the angel. Corpo didn't meet. He was in the other room when the angel came.
Alone in the murder room.
Yeah, in the murder room.
Yeah, I found the angel behind an illusion in the wall.
Yeah, it was the other room.
What are you asking for then? Like, what is the time frame
What
you're
happened in
referring
the
to?
blood room? I was in a completely different place.
That was weeks ago.
Wasn't it? It was about
Yeah.
Yeah, but in the game it was couple like 2.
But I mean,
It feels like it was in the game it was weeks ago.
No, we escaped together though, didn't we? We parted ways when you slipped away before us.
Yeah, but he didn't know what happened there.
Oh.
I wasn't there either.
the three of us almost drowned in James' blood, apparently. But as it turned out, the door to the room could be easily opened from the outside. So that's pretty much the whole story.
It was some kind of demonic trap that we somehow triggered. Adam decided to pour his blood on the cliffs on that room, and the room almost drowned us in his blood.
Yes.
That's all that happened. I shake my head.
How did you end up in that arena?
We went there in order to find out more about our Goliath quest, and we found out that on this very evening there would be a tournament, a last man standing tournament, and whoever wins would gain 1,000 gold pieces. So we decided to also fight for some money, and we managed to somehow cheat our way to victory.
Okay. Is the lobby up again, by the way?
Right.
It's always been up.
What is it?
I just can't see it.
We
I have,
can't.
a
Yeah, I
question,
cannot see it
I have a
either.
question about my gear. Like on the board, it says that I only have 2 slots for rings, but I'm pretty sure I only have 5 fingers now. But does it mean I can only I can only wear 2 rings, or can I wear 5 because I got 5 fingers?
I think the D&D rules say you can probably only wear 2.
Okay.
I would say that if you have 5 weak rings, you could probably wear 5 weak rings. The only reason I can think of in law to prevent you from wearing more than 2 would be the amount of sort of power that it bestows upon
Yeah.
you, and you can only really use that power effectively and safely if you were strong enough to do it. So I would say as you increase in level, I might open up more slots.
By the way, Foinkle, I happened to walk past that shop again. It looked very empty.
Oh dear, what a shame.
How did you manage to get all these items from it?
I didn't get them. I bought them.
How? What
I
did you make?
struck,
with
I struck a
money,
deal.
not-
Yeah, a game of chance. He lost. I won.
He didn't seem like the person who would do that, and he didn't seem to like
Oh,
him
it's-
very much.
Lobby's back up. I can get
Oh,
into
everybody likes Foinkle.
Okay. Refreshing.
Yeah, you should be able to get in now, guys.
it. Just confirming I am white. Good. Thanks. Whereas Toph is black.
I looked Foinkle like into the eyes. Foinkle, should we be like?
I still cannot find
Cautious
it. I
with
have
the
to
gas.
restart. Okay, no. This.
Are you
Maybe
sure
it's-
you didn't do something illegal?
I
Or
just stare
something
back
that-
at him for a while, and then I just give him a wink. And turn around.
Over my shoulder, I say, well, I don't think we would have been able to leave the city or go anywhere if we would have any problems with the guard. So if I were you, I wouldn't worry.
Okay.
Also, we have a group of psychopaths and murderers, so I don't think even pesky dance guards could be of any kind of danger for us.
Well, if there's enough of them.
We just killed a bullet. How much stronger can they be?
Might add, it's a very wounded bullet.
The disembodied voice continues to rain on my parade, but I ignore it.
Okay, so now we have the heads. I guess we should turn them in somehow. You won the tournament. We sent the letters. What is the plan now?
We wanted to head to the north and also find out why there is a lake in the middle of an icy mountain.
Yeah, that.
Uh,
Wait, why are there loads of dice in the corner of the table?
Oh, that.
What's going on over here?
Someone's just. That's a little corner.
Someone just made themselves a little corner.
Right, focus, please.
So to the north, lake, the icy mountains. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, technically just north side. I think we wanted to go to the northeast and maybe even go to the desert. Because when are we ever going to chance again to go to the desert?
And what would we be doing?
Adventures, why are you asking?
What about the flying castle?
I'm pretty confident the castle will be flying in from here on. I mean, it's still flying, so maybe we'll even see it in the desert. I don't know. I mean, you would assume that the flying castle is pretty easily, like, you can see it very easily, no matter where you are.
What about the letters we got? Couldn't we follow up on that somehow?
We haven't yet checked if we have got any replies.
I mean the letters we got in the beginning.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I mean, I don't know about you, but things like this and a couple of points towards the bullet is way more fun than figuring out why some random person wants us to do something for them.
It might also be
I-
very
I-
important.
I
I
came
say,
to help.
sounding surprised.
I came.
No, I came to help the person who sent these letters. Like, that is my reason to be here. Shouldn't we follow up on it?
I don't
mean,
know.
There was
Sorry.
that attack, but I'm not sure if I remember this correctly. The goblin raid came after, right? There was like the castle. Oh yeah, the giants, they took the nightstone, right, or whatever was in that castle.
Correct.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that's why I got my letter at least. And the person who probably sent the letters were assassinated. Or was.
We
Are
are.
you guys really not curious to find out more about this?
We are.
I mean,
Can I just?
what is a Magnus?
We are aware of this, and actually, we had a short discussion about this. That the visions and the letters somehow might be connected, but we do not know more about it at the moment. We are just grasping at straws, and I think at the moment the best we can do is to stay busy. We do not have any clues to follow.
Then maybe we'll even find some more clues as we travel through the country.
Okay.
I'm
I
pretty sure.
look- Okay, sorry.
I'm pretty sure we already did everything we could. Here we sent out the letters. If I remember correctly, you guys went ahead to do some magic communication with the castle, I think it was, or the temple.
Yes, I perhaps should look into that, but I will roll for perception or arcana check. Suddenly, I look around, slightly surprised. Sorry.
No, I just wanted to say that all of a sudden I just shivering, feel like someone's like a cold breeze hovering around my body, like imminent threat, danger
Yeah.
is, and I look around, trying to figure out why I'm feeling uneasy all of a sudden.
I rolled 8 on my perception check.
You notice nothing.
Odd again. Okay.
Well, how long are you think you're gonna keep going with that? When can we get back to the city?
Proof. I think we should leave now. We can answer your questions later, but I really think we should leave now.
I just asked
Lutz-
how long it will take before we can leave.
How long can it take before Odin's finished the body, you mean?
Yeah, I asked Durden,
Oh,
like, what he's doing.
I'm trying
Or
to get the
rather.
glands out. If we said that we would give the store owner the glands from the boulette, and I think if we don't at least try to keep up that end of the deal, then we're going to have some problems if we want to go back to that city ever.
I don't want to be the killjoy, but we also promised him to get at least 1 heart, I think, and it was 3 items.
Okay. Can I roll for Arcana check?
Go for it.
Also, I would like to do a perception check to.
Oh, natural one.
I know.
+5, it's 6, but natural 1.
As far as you can.
You notice no magical effect, no magical auras near you.
Oh.
I would just like to general perception check, take a look around, because I know that I'm not the type of person that is easily like afraid of something. So it's weird to me that all of a sudden I feel like there is something, anything in the air around us that might be a threat.
What'd you roll?
Perception. Sorry, you cut off. Is perception alright?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, perception's fine.
18 in total.
You swear for a second you saw something like a shape, black shape, sort of out of the corner of your eye.
Oh shit! Remember, that not all Goliaths were killed. They might have come back.
I look. Yeah, but I don't think anyone else except Corvo saw that.
Yeah, sorry.
So.
I'd like to put one of my hands, not very obviously, at the handle of one of my swords, just to be ready if anything, whatever that was, tries to jump at us, and try to ready myself.
I will say out loud, does anyone else feel something completely wrong in here? Something is not right. I don't know what it is, but there definitely is something wrong here. I look around, looking distressed.
I raise an eyebrow. I think there's been a lot of wrong things going on. We went out into a forest and found a dead
proof.
giant creature that
No
wasn't there.
proof. It's not that. There is something right now here. Certain of it.
I look around me. Can I do a perception check then?
Go for it.
Does no one else feel it?
9.
You've noticed nothing.
I guess I'll roll perception as well, having overheard them. Sorry, carry on. I cut you.
Yeah, can I just quickly ask a question about short rests? I mean, I didn't really do anything against the bullet, and while this will take some hours, what was it, like half an hour to cut off the head and then maybe 3 hours to get in there? If I don't like really do anything in the meantime, any physical stuff, would that count as a short rest?
No.
Okay.
A short rest must be a short rest.
I want to walk behind this tree and start peeing.
No, that's what you do on the stairs. I want to walk over here and sit
So
down.
if I roll perception, or sorry, I should say I want to do a perception check as well.
Yep, okay.
I rolled 17, 18, 19.
19 total. You swear you could see a dark shape flicker out of the corner of your eye.
Okay, I'm not happy about this, so I'm going to step out from, I guess I'm like arms deep in bullet guts. That's what I'm imagining it, like properly stuck in there, and pull out both my daggers. And kind of, I think we should get out of here, guys. I don't think some glands are worth it, particularly if we're leaving the city soon.
I unsheathe my second sword and offer it to Erden, given that he has just lost his claymore.
It wasn't a claymore, it was a glaive.
Oh, sorry.
Not a British weapon. The more civilized weapon.
So uncivilized. Anyways, I will hand you my sword with the handle facing towards you, that I'm grabbing the blade from the top, that I don't cut myself.
Okay. I nod thank you and sheath my daggers and take the blade. I think, agreeing, I think we should get that out of Dodge.
Yeah, can I do quickly another Arcana check?
Go for it.
Okay, I will
Tim,
do this.
accompany me into DM Whisper.
Okay.
Oh lord, here we go.
Hold on, who's going into DM Whisper?
The
Bimich,
tree,
Please
the tree's
build for
pissing against.
Oh no.
Is alive,
Oh rip.
piss boy.
Hopefully not.
Oh, while we're doing that, I'm picking up.
I rolled
well,
now
I picked up the
19
rope.
altogether. So, something.
Wait, can you roll multiple times for the same check, or did I just miss
No.
something?
No, I asked if I can do another Arcana check.
Okay.
It's not multiple rolls. I rolled it once now. I did ask the DM if I could do it again.
Yeah, I might just have missed that part. I don't know.
What?
Don't mind me.
I rolled it once. It's 14 plus 5. It's 19 now.
Yeah.
That's why I asked him, because I know that I rolled already once, but there was enough time between to roll it again.
Yeah. I was just wondering.
You shouldn't ask us anyway. We don't know. Ask Lewis when he's back.
I'm gonna try to do a handstand while I wait.
Seriously, everyone else is super distressed and all, and you are just taking a handstand.
I don't think Scottish is that distressed or Foinkle.
You hear a scream from the forest. Ah, help!
I rolled a 19. I mean, all
You
together.
heard Skardash scream. You cannot see anything.
Can I see anything with night vision? Or dark
Okay,
vision?
I will.
Okay.
I have Talanta, I think, so I will rush there.
I follow along. Scottish?
I...
I swear under my
Can I see
breath and
anything?
follow them also.
Can I do a perception?
Running out-
Oh,
Running
yeah.
out into the forest where you heard the shout come from, you see the Skardash sort of almost in a limp, his legs dragging across the floor, but his body supported up in the air by seemingly nothing other than a darker patch of air that is embracing him and dragging him away. You can see his limbs hang limp as if he has grown weaker.
He's being okay.
I roll Arcana.
I think I will use my ring.
Oh no, I want to roll Arcana first.
I rolled already 19, but
Oh,
It's all
I
not
got
there.
I got 19, but now I can actually like confronted with it. 19 plus.
19 Arcana.
Hold on, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm going to wipe the board and I'm going to shift us all over into the clearing. See things more clearly. Skylash has been dragged over into a clearing.
Oh.
Shit, the board's being redrawn, guys. Exciting. I'm just sick of that fucking circle after running around it for so long.
Rush freaked out there.
You know the location of all the trees beforehand, Lewis? You have like
of
a
them.
map of the forest.
Some of them.
Okay, so
So, you've rolled a 19 on your Arcana check, and then obviously you are here-ish. I say the other two are following somewhat.
24, right?
Confronted
Yeah, 24
with this,
total.
But Tanya rolled it
Total.
before. So
yeah,
19.
I rolled before and it was 19. It was before I heard the Scottish scream.
and that was the Arcana.
Yeah.
It was Arcana check, yes.
You've already done an Arcana check, and you rolled a 1.
Yeah, but I did ask if I can do it again. You said yes. I
Oh,
would
I was
have
probably
rolled
applying to
something.
something else. I would have
Okay.
said no.
Okay, never mind then.
You can, presented with the strange dark patch of air that has wrapped itself around Skylash and appears to be dragging him away, you
And he seems to get weaker.
reach back into your memory and you recognize this from a book. You could have seen this before and you can feel the magic. Now you can see it and now you know what it is. You can feel its presence and you can feel not just that, but you can feel dozens of them around you in the forest.
Okay.
Looking out around you, you can see dark shapes twisting around trees, hanging down from branches, weaving through the leaf canopies, and several weaving through the roots around your feet.
What's that?
Whose check was that in response to?
Your
Is it-
Arcana check.
My one.
Evan's.
Okay.
Okay.
Shit. So I don't actually know. I know what they are, but I don't have any details on them.
You read about in books something described as a shadow. It is a creature which appears to be attracted specifically to large amounts of blood.
Oh, fuck.
Not much is known about it other than the fact that it is very difficult to damage with conventional means and typically only vulnerable to magic.
Okay.
Additionally, when it touches something, it drains the strength from that creature.
And the happiness, and then you need chocolate.
My.
No. Chocolate would not save you from this
Do
creature.
I remember anything about its specific weaknesses to do with magic, or just that it can't be hurt by conventional means?
Well, I haven't got any strength anyway, so I go up against it.
No spells left.
We
I have
need
a couple.
We need light. I would imagine if it's a shadow, if it's in a brightly lit area, they won't. I'm sorry, I'm just sticking to like classic fantasy tropes.
I
I
actually have a
Roll
shitload.
initiative.
I don't know if that's metagamey or not. Just to.
Roll
I
initiative.
have the lantern.
Not necessarily.
All of us.
Yep,
I was-
everyone.
What about? I'm just going to ask that when we ran off the Scottish, and I saw what it sort of was, I was going to use the ring, and I haven't changed my decision. Did I have
You're going to do it.
Okay.
You can do it
I'm
in your turn.
Okay.
You did prepare before I said roll initiative, so I'll say you can have a surprise round for you.
Okay. Oh, I had 3 for initiative.
Initiative, more like.
I got 4.
16.
14.
Wait, no, not 16.
I got 11.
13.
13. Organise yourselves on initiative board.
14. So.
Wait, do I get +1 from initiative? Initiative, because it says +1 here. I think that-
From on what?
On my board, next to my speed and above my vision.
Yeah,
It's-
if that is the case. Your initiative is
Okay.
1 because your dexterity is 1.
No.
You add that on to whatever you roll as a d20.
Oh, so I get 12 then. What the fuck are you doing, Sanaya? Oh my god.
I'm trying to like.
Don't
them-
listen. Don't take multiple at once.
Are we in a clearing right now? Toph.
Yes, you are.
In a what?
We're in a clearing, and the shadows are around in the trees.
The shadows are mostly amongst the trees. There is one weaving its way through the roots around your feet.
What did we roll? What did Erden? What did you roll?
14.
Okay, 1 sec.
I can use. Maybe I could put them to sleep.
14.
I would. My gut instinct is burn the forest.
Beans, what did you
Yeah, I
roll?
could do that. Well,
19.
Okay, so Beans, you're at the top.
Actually, can I use my luck for another initiative?
I think you probably can. Check
I mean,
the
I-
description for it.
No,
you
wait.
just wanna
I
go
think
first?
it's for attack rolls, skill rolls, and like
I don't
saving
think
throws, not for initiative.
Well, it's technically a dexterity check.
But I don't want to waste it. Like I feel like if we're fighting unknown shadows, it might be better to have 2 luck throws left for the fight, just for the future.
Well, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but in terms of mechanics, it's generally best to have a few people at the beginning of initiative and people at the end after the enemy.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to use one. Oh, worth it. 14. No, 21.
What? Oh my god, dude.
easy.
Hang on.
But it's still matter of first, right?
Something there. Yeah. She has a surprise round.
Yeah, she has a surprise round.
Okay.
I think I sorted
Why
the
is the...
initiation.
Oh, hang
This
on.
is really quiet for me.
I
If you need
didn't
to turn
add
it
my
up, feel free to do so.
I didn't add my 2.
Who is quiet?
The bot.
The bot, yeah, feel free to turn the bot up if it's quiet for anyone.
Turned up 10%.
I forgot it was there.
Okay, right. So, surprise round begins. Matara's turn.
Okay, I will use the ring I have.
You put your finger to the ring and it glows gold slightly for a second, and a small golden wisp sort of emanates from the ring and it floats off up into the sky. Nothing else visibly appears to happen.
Right.
Oh, is that like a flare?
Round 1, Corbo's turn.
I want to cast Dancing Lights.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
Doesn't she get movement and speaking and
No.
stuff like that?
She just had that one action because she prepared that action before the fight.
Okay, sorry.
Oh yeah, I would like to cast Dancing Lights.
Okay. And where are you casting it, in what manner?
Preferably, wait, let me check the description. Around my body, pretty much.
Okay, so you're casting lights to make it light up the area around you.
That is correct.
What light condition does it create? Does it create bright light?
4 torch-sized lights within range may move his torches. It doesn't specifically state it.
I would assume it's bright light, daylight, I would assume.
I would think so as well.
Okay. In a rather ill-conceived decision, Corbeau creates daylight around his drow body and effectively blinds himself.
Worth it.
You manage to illuminate the area around you, and you can see that to your right is one of the shadows, and there is a shadow directly by Erden. However, it's through squinted eyes that you can see this. Disadvantage on all attack rolls.
Nice.
Well, you still have your hand at least, so it's not that bad a decision.
You still have your whole body.
Then I'm going to move behind our dead friend.
Oh. It's your friend now.
Yes.
He's dead.
I don't mind.
Oh.
He's left with one dead guy already. Or I mean, in the same room.
Take any further actions.
Nope.
I mean, maybe
Yep.
it's not that good to go over to if they're attracted by blood.
Wait. I need to check something. I would actually love to, as my bonus action, hide behind the bullet corpse.
Okay. Does that give you a stealth roll? I can't remember how that works now.
I can check really quickly.
What's stealthing with a fucking daylight surrounded by you?
Yeah.
That's actually a fair point.
But if they're attracted by
Wait,
blood,
then
maybe we
actually,
shouldn't go over to the blood.
let me change my bonus action. As my bonus action, I can also move the lights away from me up to 60 feet to a new spot, and I would just like to move them like in the middle of these two.
Okay. Sure. The lights kind of weave and bob their way through the forest towards the destination.
Bob their way.
Wisps of light. Any further actions?
No.
Okay. That makes it Franco's turn.
Okay, I'm going to start flying with my winged boots.
Oh my god, you pussy.
You fuckers!
Up to about 20 foot. Fucking hell, I was going to come after you. I'm not going to do it now.
Well,
Right.
good luck. There's a fucking shadow grabbing me.
I know, but I've got a spell that makes me go super fast, so I'll catch up with you.
Do you?
Yeah, but now whether I
Could you do
use
it?
or not-
Could you do that distance in a turn?
Yeah. But I don't know if like it is my if I was to fly up in the air, then cast my spell. Hang on, does this? When you cast a spell, then I would just have a bonus action. Is that right?
Depends. Yeah. Because
Okay.
flying up is movement, action is
Yeah.
action, bonus action. You still have a free interaction as well.
Right, okay. Because the spell I've got is Expeditious Retreat, where I can use a dash as my bonus action on all of my goes.
This one costs a bonus action, so casting time, 1 bonus action. So you still have an action left.
Could I use a dash as that action? Because it says on this
So
I use
this spell
dash.
allows you to move at an incredible pace, and you cast a spell, then as bonus action, each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash. Oh, okay, right. So on this turn, I would assume no. Then as a bonus action on you.
On each of your turns until the spell ends.
It sounds like it's after that turn.
Right, okay.
Oh, allows you to move at an incredible pace.
Bit vague.
Oh, it says it allows you to move at a incredible pace when you cast this spell, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
when you cast a spell, and then as a bonus action, each of your turns. Yeah, it sounds like you can take the dash action.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like you cast it, and you can use it on the turn you cast it as well.
Okay, I'm going to use that then. I'm going to fly up into the air about 20 feet or something. And then...
Yep.
Actually, about 15 feet. And then cast that spell.
Okay.
And take my dash action towards Skardash.
Sure. So you've still got an action left. You just expended a bonus action for that.
Is my action not the spell?
No, it costs a bonus action. If you look at the card, it costs 1, but the casting time is 1 bonus action.
Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah. Ha, lol.
But that's just a normal action, right?
Yes, but that spell allows him to cast it as a bonus action.
Oh.
But then what's the dash then? Because like it says
Dash is normally an action. That spell makes it into a bonus action for 10 minutes.
right.
But you
for
can
this
still use
go.
it as a normal action, right?
Oh,
Oh shit, sorry.
oh, I see.
He
I see what you
he
mean.
can't use it as a. Kind of thing. Don't think he can use it twice. He can just use it once. So
Yeah.
It turns it into a bonus action for him for 10 minutes, so he can cast spells and dash.
But can
Okay.
he choose which, if he wants to use it as an action or as a bonus action? Because otherwise he wouldn't be able to dash in this one, right?
No, it becomes a bonus action.
Yeah, but on this go I can do both.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, fly up and then it's how far can I go in one? Is it 60?
It's 25 feet doubled. So it's 50
Okay.
feet for you.
5, 10,
Short little legs.
20, 25, 30. Well, I'm flying. Shit, let's count. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Oh, sorry, 50. There we go.
And your action.
I thought my action was the dash. This is why I'm getting confused.
No, because the spell makes dashes become a bonus action.
Oh, so you can dash again, right?
Yes. This spell
Oh,
allows you
shit.
to move at an incredible pace.
Oh,
When you
okay,
cast the spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until the spell ends, you can take the dash action.
So I can do another dash. That's my action.
No, you can't dash twice. The dash
Oh.
becomes a bonus action.
Oh, I see. Okay. That
Once
makes
you've
sense.
cast this, dash for 10 minutes is no longer an action. It is now a bonus action.
It is pretty confusing, but I got it now. So you can cast a spell now.
Yeah, you
Right.
can dash and cast a spell on the same turn
Okay.
for 10 minutes.
How far away are you? 5, 10, 15, 20. 5, 50. Yeah, 5. Okay, I can cast. Yeah, I cast the spell I want to use actually. Hang on.
Can I ask just one thing, just out of curiosity?
Mhm.
So that spell itself is like, it's not that spell itself didn't count as an action.
It costs a bonus action.
Oh,
The card costs a bonus action. It specifies itself as when you cast this and on subsequent turns, you can use dash as a bonus action.
okay. So he got like 2 bonus actions in that turn.
Yeah, because he can use a dash on the same
Okay.
turn he casts it.
That's cool.
Okay,
Cast
that's
it.
cool.
Use it for
Yeah.
it.
Okay, that's very cool.
Okay. So
I was just
these
curious.
these shadow creatures, are they actually like solid, or are they just actually are they really
They
shadows?
appear to be just dark patches of air, little more than a moving shadow.
I'm just wondering if my web spell would actually affect them. I want to slow him down. What do you guys think I should do?
I mean, I will
What
say
happened?
this: is this? Am I allowed to just think about tropes, Lewis? I don't want to like metagame and stuff. But a shadow.
Tropes.
Well, usually in fantasy worlds, shadow creatures can't be damaged by conventional means. They have
If
to
it
either
is
be
something that Erden can think of himself, then you can use
Well,
it.
I would imagine I rolled a 24 and you told me I knew about these creatures, and I do know a lot about magic and stuff. So
You can make some assumptions. Yeah.
So shadow creatures tend to be damaged by like sunlight and stuff, but they don't tend to take any damage by conventional attacks or weapons. So it's like magic attacks or anything that can produce sunlight does
See, what
damage.
happened?
Otherwise, they just.
So what I
kind
just
of-
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened with that?
I don't know.
What happened with
I
the
might
shadow?
be wrong. I have no. I might be wrong, but I'm just saying. In general, they tend to dissipate with light, and if you just swing at them with a normal sword, they just
Okay.
don't take damage.
You're
but-
sharing this information with us as well, I suppose.
What happened when
You would need to share it. Yeah.
when Corbo used his lights? Because I was standing right next to him when he did it. What did I see happen?
I mean, at least someone should have seen the
The orbs
result.
haven't. The orbs don't arrive until it is the shadow's turn. Essentially, the shadows
Oh.
don't react until their turn
Oh shit. Okay.
because that's their initiative. That's the speed of their reaction.
That makes the sense.
Everything happens in parallel.
Shit. Okay. What else I've
Bit
got?
of them.
Don't really have much that can cast light. Only like a bonfire. Could cast that, I guess. Yes, where the shadow is now, I want to cast my bonfire cantrip on top of it, basically.
On top of the one that is dragging Skardash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, where he is.
And let me see the card.
On here, down bottom.
What is it? Bottom. Okay.
Only fills up that 5-foot cube, so it shouldn't affect Skardash.
Nice.
Move your hand, please. Whoever is red is. Okay, cool.
Okay.
A little bit of a small ember flickers from Fonicle's hands above you, and a Skardash is suddenly engulfed in fire, along
Oh
with
my God.
the shadow.
The fuck?
Fucking hell.
Is he burning? It's real fire?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Both of the two of them. There's fire around the two of them. It's a bonfire, not a campfire.
It fills 5-foot cube.
5-foot cube is
It's
pretty big
really
space, and
big.
that's the amount of space they are currently occupying. The shadow is wrapped around him.
Oh, I thought this was 5 foot here. This one cube.
Yeah, well, okay, I'll put it on top of him for you if it makes it clear.
Oh,
The shadow is.
shit.
I have described the shadow as wrapped around him and dragging him.
Oh, fuck. Okay. I thought he was dragging him behind him.
Thanks, Beans.
Well, I still cast it on this one here. So it
You
wouldn't
won't cast
affect
it. Okay, because of the lack of clarity, I say you can cast it essentially behind it. He's still going to be clipped by it, but he's not engulfed by it.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say,
Okay. So you'll
yeah.
get limited effectiveness on the shadow as well because it's not
Yeah.
engulfed in the shadow. It's
Let's
just
cast it behind
flipping
him.
the outside of it.
Yeah. The light, I'm hoping, will do something.
Skylash's head is engulfed by fire.
What? Why my head? Why not my arm?
That's
or
where your
something?
head is, on that side.
Oh, is it? Oh.
The shadow's wrapped around your shoulders and so forth and pulling you backwards, right? Your legs are limp and dragging you
Oh,
along.
it's pulling me back. Oh, I see.
Okay, that makes it the shadow's turn. The two shadows that the light orb has been tossed at and Erden has approached both completely silently begin to drift away from the light. You see them kind of sort of shudder slightly, and the bits that are closer to the light move back much quicker than the rest.
Oh, that's good fire.
The fire around the one on Skydash actually does elicit a sound, and the shadow wrapped around Skydash goes and floats off very quickly in comparison.
Oh.
Set it all on fire.
Leaving
Set it
Skydash laying on the floor. Leaving Skydash laying on the floor, still clipped in a bit of the fire, but on his reaction he can move. The other shadows begin to approach those that are still in darkness.
Don't take too long on your turn, Dan. I'm burning.
I don't know quite what I'm meant to do about that when I'm the opposite.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm
We'll
joking.
go around it, I guess.
By the way, I can use Dancing Lights for 10 turns, so we should end this quickly.
I wonder if Vicious Mockery works on them.
That's on the door.
Do you have any more spell slots, Taniki, or is that the one card?
No, it's only cantrip I get because I'm a drow.
Right, okay. And that lasts for 10 turns.
But yeah, it's 1 minute, up to 1 minute, so pretty much 10 turns. It should
The
be
shadow next to Foinkle is on the ground still, but beginning to rise up in the air and follow you upwards.
Yeah.
It is about 2 or 3 feet off the ground. And that takes us to Erden's turn.
I have the bottle of alcohol that I kept, or I bought. I bought a second bottle of alcohol at the tavern that we were in. Can I make a Molotov cocktail out of that?
It's not a particularly quick task, so I'd say it will take your whole action.
Okay. Alternative option. If I was to... Can we go into DM Whispers 1 second, Lewis?
Yes.
I still think we should go for fire all over the place.
But that would burn the entire fucking forest.
Yeah,
Bra-
I have
go.
fire.
I have a Shadow Begone spell for 10 turns.
It also, Lewis did say the forest was dry, so the fire would spread really quick and we'd probably
Yeah.
burn alive.
But we cannot predict. Is there very much wind? Practically
know.
no
You
wind.
can maybe lick
Beans,
your
can you
finger
tell
and
us how
stick up
what the
air.
wind is?
It does
What's the
Practically-
wind like up there?
Practically no wind, so we cannot really predict which direction the fire will go.
Okay,
Yeah.
I take the bottle of alcohol, and as I move towards the group, I'm sorry, Tanika, I'm gonna have to leave you. So that's
Oh, that is okay.
2, 3. So I get there, and as I do so, I pour the alcohol over myself and set it on fire.
Rude
My
or
tinder
what?
box.
Wow.
Nani?
Corbeau is engulfed in fire. The fire lights very quickly.
Corbeau.
What?
I mean, no,
I was
Erdin is
just
going
going
on fire.
I all of a sudden burning. What? Is it because I'm black?
Well, you're black now after the fire.
Okay, right. So that is your action.
Do I
Anything
get?
else?
Am I This is where I end up. Am I illuminating any area around Fwinkle with all these shadows?
You've got a good 10 feet of light around you at this point.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'll. Actually, I think it was meant to be there. Yeah,
Human
That's
torch.
that's. Yeah, and for a bonus action, can I also take out my torch, which I have, and light it? Or is that going to be a whole?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I do that as well. So I'm now on fire, holding a holding a torch.
Sam.
Yeah, that's my
Okay,
turn.
and you take. Okay, well, you take
Oh,
0
wow.
points of fire damage.
Yeah, I was going to say, why are you rolling for that, Lewis?
Resistance, not immunity. 2 different things.
It's only half damage.
Okay.
Half of 1 is 0 in this case because we round down. Skynash's turn.
I want to. Can I move now? I don't have any.
Yes, you need to get up, and that's an action.
Oh fucking hell! All right, fine. I just want to get up and as my bonus action, I want to pull out my flaming sword and a torch.
Okay.
And I guess I finish my turn.
You can.
Can I move?
I wouldn't say. I don't think you can light the torch on the same turn.
Oh, well, there's a fire right next to me.
Well, that's a fair
They're
point,
just
actually.
sticking
Free
the fire.
interaction. Yeah, you can do that as a free interaction.
Okay, cool. Alright, I guess I finished my turn then.
Okay, Bruce's turn.
I shout Scottish. Are you okay?
You have to wait a while to get a response.
Yeah. Also, I look at her ring and look up in the sky, just like that. Pretty cool. And seeing what the others are doing, I try to pick up a branch, something from the ground, and I light that on fire with the prestidigitation.
Okay, so you lighting on fire a branch on the floor.
Yeah, pick it up and then light it.
Okay, so you're holding a lit branch. Gotcha.
And I just go over here.
Luz, I have a gameplay related question.
Yes.
How come that since the two shadows that have been here dissipated, how come that this one is still alive even though my 4 huge ass
They didn't
lights are
dissipate.
still...
They moved away.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. But how is it that this one didn't?
The one that was next to the fire.
No, this one where
Which
my
one?
right next to me.
It did
to my
move
left.
away. That's as far away as it could move in that period of time. He's still in the act of moving.
I understand.
I do the understand.
Yes.
So we
I'm
actually have
standing
to escape
under.
somehow, don't we? Like,
None of the shadows are static. They're all moving around and flitting around and disappearing in and out of sight and weaving around things and so forth. Any further actions from Bruce?
hold on, just gotta check. No.
Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. Can I actually do a check as a bonus, or is that a normal action?
I generally allow you to do it as your free interaction.
Alright, so I can do that. As a check if I have seen or heard anything about shadows like this before.
Yeah, you can do a history check or you can do an arcana check. Similar.
Hold on, just
Survival,
gonna check what's the
nature.
highest. Oh boy, I have second. Nature as well?
You can pick any one of them.
Okay, I'll go for
Different answers based upon what skill you choose.
Arcana. I want to check for I want to see if they have other weaknesses than apparently light. Or not check. See if I can know or whatever the thing does. Modify 20.
You remember reading a book about quite possibly even the same book that Erden read. You don't know for sure because obviously you haven't communicated with them, but it yields basically the same information. They're very rare creatures that are known to be attracted to very large quantities of blood, so they're generally found on battlefields and so forth, and they have no apparent vulnerabilities.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I meant, didn't I say, or was that from the Arcana check? I said Arcana.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Brings us to Matara's turn.
Okay.
The beginning of your turn, of your action, the small golden wisp which you previously... Why is that not working? Wrong music piece. Bear with me.
It's okay.
I love this starting piece though.
Yeah.
I think it starts the player stuff quite well. So this previous golden flare which you sent up from the ring begins to descend back down again from the sky. However, this time it is not alone, and back down with it accompanies a larger object swathed in golden light and goes lands into the ground, creating a large crater underneath its feet. And when I say large crater, I mean pretty large crater, about 10 feet in width. You sort of sink into it a little bit and it knocks you to your knees.
Okay. Some respect for it.
The red angel has returned. Stands straight, wings unfurled, and blade drawn from the side. The blade lights up a 15-foot area around the creature, completely and utterly making your lights look like candles in comparison. She holds the blade to the sky, and the light goes out further, this time creating a roughly 30-foot area around them, which the shadows all very quickly back away from. Mitara's turn.
Okay, I will shout everyone to rally to my location so that we can get to the safety from the shadows with the light. And can I ask her if she could escort us safely out of here?
Yep.
Okay, I will ask her that.
Go on then.
Okay. Yeah. Can you please help us to safety out of here from the shadows?
She'll respond in her turn.
Okay.
Any other actions?
Whose go is it?
It's Mitara's.
Okay.
Probably not after all, because I think this seems to be enough. I will just hurry to check if Skadash is okay. I don't like, yeah, if he needs any help after that being tracked by that thing, but that's all I can do really.
Yeah. Takes us to the angel's turn. As you walk away from her to assist Skadash, she turns to you with the same golden eyes that sort of almost kind of turn around the irises in circles, those golden inscriptions, nods to you, and brings the sword back down again into a pose ready to launch out an attack on any shadows that might come any closer, and holds their position for now. Or does she? Actually, Erden is in potential danger. So, no, she turns around, directs her attention to where Erden is, and launches herself across in a single jump. Lands by those and attacks the shadow to the left.
See, now I feel just silly.
Emo kid.
Dealing 21 points of radiant damage. Plus... No, sorry, 22 points of slashing damage. Plus 22 points of radiant damage for a total of
44.
34 points of damage to the shadow. The shadow is obliterated with ease. The sword passes through the shadow and the shadow splinters into multiple small pieces that all rush off into the distance. Yep. The second attack is launched against the other shadow. The one is attempting to reach up to where Foinko is. Oh, so many dice have to be rolled for these attacks. It's nuts.
Is she a rogue by any chance?
She will be a hell of a lot more that rolls. For a total of 8 points of slashing damage. Plus 30 points of radiant damage. Obliterating the other shadow too. Who was attempting to reach Foinko. That makes it Corbo's turn, round 2.
Upon hearing Matara shouting that we should gather around the angelic figure, and being the very anti-religious man I am, I just look the angel in utter disbelief and utter, oh, for fuck's sake. And then I would like to double dash. Wait, let me see how far I can go at max. Fair enough. Like, around here. While covering my eyes, because I've been blinded enough for one day.
Even with your eyes covered, the light is very bright. Almost too much to bear.
I'd like to... Can I turn my back on the angel?
I would advise it, yes. You still feel the light almost burning at your skin, as if like a very, very almost painful to the point where Corbo hisses as he walks past the angel. Like being under a very, very hot sun.
Typical gamer.
I think it's better
Any further
than...
actions?
Well, I don't have any, so I'm just... I'm
Okay.
done.
Franco's turn.
Okay. I guess I'll stay hovering, and then I guess looking a bit gobsmacked at what's just happened, I turn to the angel and say, "Nice work," and then fly back to the where Skylash is. That's me done.
Okay. That takes us to the shadows. The shadows near the angel do not want anything to do with it, quite clearly, and they begin to shift away, attempting to get closer to the rest of the group. However, they do not appear to want to get too close to the light, and they essentially gather on the outside of where the light begins to fade off. You can see them on the outside of the torch area. From further into the forest, you hear that same kind of whispering sound that you heard from the previous one, but this one's louder than previously, and it begins to echo throughout. And as you hear this, the others begin to whisper in kind. The whispers begin to echo between them. You see a much larger, darker patch begin to approach further off into the forest.
Oh my god.
Hold on, didn't we ask her to get us out of here? Why is she fighting them? Just grab us and fly away.
Well, there's quite
6 people
many
is
of
quite a lot of
us.
people to carry.
She's an angel. She has the power of God with her. She can live
She has the power of God of morning and light.
I have the power of
Not
God.
like-
She's also only got 2 hands, James.
That's fine. We can hold on.
2 hands, but also 2 wings.
Exactly.
2 legs.
I'd like to know how you plan to hold on to her wings as she uses them.
Imagining her trying to fight off these things. Us just trying to jump on top of her.
Well, make a saddle.
Why is everyone wanting to mount her? That's horrible. Let her.
Okay, that brings us to Erden's turn. Standing next to the angel on fire.
Really stupid. Well, shit. To be honest, hold on. How much health do I have? Is it 1d8? Isn't it? Every turn halved for fire resistance.
Yeah, I'm 1d8 damage.
Okay,
Yes.
so,
I'll roll it for you. 3 damage.
Okay.
It's not at the end of your turn, but we can do it at the start as well.
Right, that's 13 health. It's fine. I'm fine, guys. It's okay. I guess I'm gonna kind of skirt around the angel, and with my silver sword.
My silver sword.
Your silver sword. Okay. Whoever's silver sword I'm using. I don't have a card for it, so I don't know what the range is.
Oh,
on it.
okay. I think it's in.
I don't know any of the stats.
It's in Beans's thing.
Beans has the card, I believe.
Yeah, I got the sword.
Yeah, he's got it here. There's no stats on it. I think it's because I accidentally got rid of all the stats whilst I clicked on it.
I don't think I gave you any in the first place.
Oh, okay.
From what you can see, it acts just like a normal greatsword. No one's swung it yet. Anything.
Okay.
Okay,
I think
well,
I have swung it before.
I've
Well,
moved
okay, well,
it.
it's been swung at the boulette head, for example, but nothing.
Well,
in combat.
silver is
Yeah,
good
okay.
against like mythical undead
Yeah, that's what I
creatures. So
was-
let's give it a good swing at this shadow here. Just
It looks like you dashed to me.
did I? Hold on.
You moved pretty long
I was
distance.
here. 1, 2. Oh, sorry, I moved one over there. I should be. On that bit, there we go. But that's why I don't know what
You're
the
not
range
inside a
is.
square.
Oh, do I have to be inside? Okay. Well, I'm not going to be
Blank is
able to...
flying, so.
Oh, okay. Right. That's 10 foot of range, isn't it?
Yeah, that's 10 feet away.
What's the range on the sword?
5.
Oh, well, okay, fuck. So I'm just going to stand here on fire, holding my silver sword, looking a bit
Hi
stupid.
guys.
And I am going... See, I still think being on fire could be useful. I don't know how long... I also don't know how long the fire lasts for, Lewis.
I would say until you either have nothing left to burn on you, or until you put it out.
Okay, fucking flammable. So I'm going to stay on fire for another turn, and I am going to prepare myself to counterattack any attack from the shadows that I'm facing, which are these two here.
Okay. That brings us to Scarlish's turn.
Are they aberrations?
They are blah, 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 not aberrations.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Right. Can I see this big shadow from where I am?
Everyone heard it, and you can see in the distance there is a much darker area. You can't really see its exact location. You can probably shoot in its general direction, but you couldn't get a direct shot at it.
Can I put my hunter's mark on it?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. After being comforted or check to see if I'm okay by Matara and Proof, I sort of shrug them off and turn my back on them and say I'm fine, and I look off into the distance to see just a large black area, and I want to put my hunter's mark on that area.
Yep.
And then, as my interaction, can I get a survival check on that? I want to know its weaknesses and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I also get advantage on the survival check. That's a 2.
Why did you get advantage on the survival?
Because of the hunter's mark.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let me roll that again. Oh, for fuck's sake, get out the way! A die got in the way. Can I roll that again?
Okay. This is why we don't have dice on the board, god damn it.
Yeah. Oh my god, seriously, I rolled 2 2s.
Should have taken a tangent, yeah.
Yeah, I should have taken 10, but it doesn't matter.
You're not familiar with this creature at all.
Okay.
Anything else?
Can I? I'm gonna light an arrow on fire and shoot it at the black figure over there.
Sure. Roll to hit.
Oh, that's fat. 21 to hit.
Oh, image.
That hits.
Okay. Do I get any fire damage, or is it just basic?
You would have fire damage. I'll say 1d4 for the fact it's improvised.
Okay. 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 1d4 3 plus 4 plus 1 is 8. So 8 damage overall. I'm just checking if there's anything else.
How much fire damage and how much normal damage?
4 fire damage and 4 normal damage.
4 fire, 4 normal. Okay, so 4 damage total. The
Oh, okay.
fire arrow appears to disappear into the shadow.
Oh. Was that it? Okay.
Yeah, it just disappears into the
Yeah.
darkness.
Okay.
First
Does it
time.
not light up the way for like a brief moment?
It just disappears. Essentially, if you flies through the air, you just lose sight of it as it hits this area of
okay.
darkness.
All
It
right.
doesn't seem to illuminate the darkness, it just gets absorbed by it.
Okay.
Okay. I wonder, my torch, how bright is it compared to this fire that's burning here next to Scottish?
A little bit darker.
Well, where I before was like standing next to Scottish, like trying to protect him with something, like after the angel came down, I felt a bit silly and lowered my torch a bit. But now that I see they are creeping closer, I want to move over to this dude and actually, yeah, here. No, this one. And I want to attack it with my torch.
Yeah,
And
you're
still,
gonna
like, hold it
swing the
towards...
torch at it.
Yeah, and still, like, after the swing, also, like, hold it in this general direction.
Okay.
Like, I want
So,
to, at all times, keep
roll
it
to hit.
between us.
yeah, you're keeping the torch between you and them. Gotcha.
With,
Okay, roll to hit.
oh, where's my die? Found my die. Ooh. Oh my god, not one.
Oh no.
Wow.
You swing the torch, and unfortunately, you forget you're trying to hit something with it, and let go of the torch, and throwing it instead. The torch sails through the air off into the distance.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
It was a pretty good throw, but not a very good hit.
Guys, I think I messed up.
Literally throwing.
Fuck.
I think I messed up.
Oh, fuck, I can't believe you've done that.
That's like understatement.
I wonder if there's any metal on them and I can... No, there probably would
No,
be.
there won't be.
I wonder if Thunder Wave would work on them though. Wait, no, that was my action. Shit.
Yep, you're fucked.
And Prestidigitation is also an action. Lovely.
I believe so.
You're basically surrounded by shadows in the dark right now, and you don't have a turn.
Well done.
Hold on. Just give me a second here. Oh, they can't be that bad. Can they? Like I have 28 HP and I can use cutting words if everything else goes to shit. I just wanna... Yeah, I'm just saying, I think I messed up over here.
Any further actions?
No.
Yep, Tara's turn.
Okay. I see what happened to Proof. I assume Scottish is alright. He's having the fire next to him. And
Yeah.
it's light up and he's shining probably next to Foincore or both. So
I'm radiant.
I have to land there, so I will walk next to Proof and I will cast. I don't have other spells left, but I can cast cantrips. So I will cast Sacred. Actually, I will push so that I will like pull Proof behind me because I have the lander.
Does it get an
Can I
opportunity?
do-
I will consider that to be 10 feet of movement.
Okay, I should be able to do that because I moved only like this foot here. Okay,
Okay.
so So I'm going to cast the Sacred Flame on the shadow on this one here. And the Sacred Flame is that flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage. So, do I roll?
Dexterity throw.
Yeah, it needs to succeed on dexterity saving throw. Do I roll myself? Or
Nope, it rolls for itself.
okay.
What's the DC? Your
I don't
spell
know.
save DC.
It doesn't.
It will be your spell save DC.
Oh, 13. Oh,
It succeeds.
okay. So it
It's
doesn't
half
take
damage. It's 4 radiant damage. Yes. How much was it total?
I will roll. Oh, 7 is half of that.
Half of 7. Okay. Takes 7 points of damage.
Is it really so? Because it says that it must succeed a saving throw or take damage. So it sounds like it doesn't take anything at all if it fails. I mean, it
They
succeeds.
should take half.
Okay.
Do I get my second dexterity?
Half of 7 then, I guess.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, you're right. It does
Yeah.
actually completely avoid it.
Okay. What a pity.
Yeah.
But I have the lantern there between us.
Usually half damage. Okay, so Matara
Well-
raises her hand up to the sky and pulls down a bolt of radiant damage, radiant light from the sky, which strikes the creature, except the creature just disappears from its location. And when the light fades away, it re-emerges from the darkness.
Okay.
Cool. A Reaper.
I already
Actions.
used all my movement action. I will just hold the lantern up between me and the shadows. Is blocking bonus action? Can I block with the lantern?
No, you can't
We
block
figured
the
out it
lantern.
is.
Okay, can I block with the shield while holding the lantern?
Well, you
up?
can't hold the shield, the lantern, and the mace all at the same time.
Okay, I don't
I'm
have the
assuming you're
mace.
holding the
I
mace
don't
and
have the
the
mace
lantern.
drawn. It's on my waist.
Okay, just the. Okay, so shield and lantern. Yeah.
Yes.
The equivalent of that is dodge.
Yeah, can I dodge this?
That's an action.
Yes. Okay, then I won't do anything more.
Okay. The angel launches herself from the ground again. Another leap, holding the sword outwards over here to these 3 shadows. And drives the sword into the ground near them. The sword sinks into the ground and an explosion of light engulfs all of the shadows, obliterating them entirely.
Oh god.
Exactly.
The shadow
Dang.
takes just
Yeah, but look, there's
attempts to
a guy
flee.
staying here. This is what I'm worried about.
Yeah, same.
Well,
What do you say?
I'm just saying the giant ass shadow. That's the thing that I'm concerned about. These little weak
Round
things.
3. For both
the
turn.
little ones are dangerous too.
And we will take our 5-minute break.
Okay.
Finally.
Back shortly.
Finally, is this that?
No,
boring?
no, I really badly need to go to the toilet, and I've been
Oh.
holding it in for an hour now.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Be back soon.
I try.
This home isn't secure at all.
What did I tell you, Marge?
Intruders could come in down the chimney, through the mail slot, even hidden in your grocery. Did you change the locks when you moved in? Nah, I thought not. All the previous owners of this house could still be in here somewhere.
What do you recommend?
Well, a lot of companies have put in a pretty system that looks good, but doesn't provide any real protection.
Oh, let's get that.
But if you really want to sleep easy at night, I recommend sealing off every door and window with bulletproof lucite.
Wouldn't we all suffocate?
Well, I should hope not.
Let's get that. The suffocation thing.
And you can have it all for just $500.
$500? Oh, forget it.
But surely you can't put a price on your family's lives.
I wouldn't have thought so either, but here we
This
are.
music though.
Homer, we need something to protect this family.
I couldn't agree more, Marjorie. You deserve peace of mind, and peace of mind is what you shall have. I'd like to buy your deadliest gun, please.
Aisle 6, next to the sympathy cards. Whoa, careful there, Annie Oakley.
I don't have to be careful. I got a gun.
Well, you'll probably want the accessory kit, holster,
Oh, yeah.
bandolier,
Baby.
silencer, loudener, speed cocker.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
I am back.
And this is for shooting
Hello.
down police helicopters.
Oh,
Ni
I
hao.
don't need anything like that.
This music is really good.
Just give me my gun.
Thank you.
Sorry, the law requires
Took a while to compile this full
5-day
list.
waiting period. We've got to run
I think it's a good
And it-
50 minutes of different music on it now.
I think it especially suits the 5-minute break we're having right now.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Very tense. I can pause it for you if you like.
Nah, that's alright.
Guns, I show him a thing or two.
I don't know what piece this is now.
Dad, it's 3 a.m.
Oh, I know.
Can't you mutter in your room?
Marge kicked me out.
Oh, what? One of the videos of my players has been deleted.
Go ahead.
No!
Kids think they
My Dishonored 2 tracks.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's such a letdown. That's one of the good ones, too. Okay.
Damn.
Can you help me get my ball down from the roof, Dad?
Sure thing, honey.
Actually, I'm pretty hungry. I'm gonna get a sausage roll. Yummy.
Want me
Be
to
right
get the
back.
cat down?
Sure.
Boom!
Miss one, Dad.
See you in hell, dinner plate.
Does anyone know where all my dinner plates went?
You probably left him at work. On another topic, guess who was picked to host the next NRA get-together?
Homer, I told you this morning, no guns at the dinner table.
You said the breakfast table.
It's the same table.
Listen, if it'll make you feel any better, I'll put the safety on. Oops, guess it was already on. I'd better just put it down.
No offense, Mom, but that was pretty cool. Homer, I think you'd agree that I've put up with a lot in this marriage.
Guess he's back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You
Sorry,
dig
guys, can I have
this.
another 5 minutes? I accidentally broke a glass, and I definitely need
No
to
worries.
charge stuff. I'll be
Yeah,
back
no
soon.
worries.
Thank you.
By the way, I'm since I was really not talking a lot last time because I was feeling ill, so I'm trying to talk more now. Is it too much?
No worries. Fine.
Okay, I have here the 4 greatest inventions in the history of mankind. First, my all-purpose electric hammer for all your pounding needs.
By the way, Lewis,
Yes.
I think we can talk to you about just quickly about the theme. Our Western Queen.
right now.
Now, here's my
Not now, no.
tail arm.
Hello.
Hey.
Back. I got many sausage rolls.
I'll type it to you in DM then,
Okay.
so you can answer later.
Off, Homer.
It can't be turned off. But it does break easily. Now this next one's for the ladies. How many times have you gals been late for a high-powered business meeting only to realize you're not wearing makeup?
That's every woman's nightmare.
That's why I invented this revolutionary makeup gun. It's for the woman who only has 4/5 of a second to get ready. Close your eyes, Marge. And now you're ready for a night on the town.
Homer, you've got it set on whore.
Oops. Okay, this time try to keep your nostrils closed. Oh, look what you did. Now I have to go get my cold cream gun.
Dad, women won't like being shot in the face.
Women will like what I tell them to like. Now here's something for everyone. In the olden times, If you were watching TV and nature called, you'd have to get up and walk to the bathroom. It was the hardest thing in the world to do. But now, with a lazy man reclining toilet chair, you can just lean back and let her rip.
You expect people to go to the
Hello
bathroom in
there.
their living rooms?
Hey.
Believe me, every man in America will want to have one.
Get away, gotta poop.
No, Bart. Homer, all these inventions, they're...
Yes?
Oh, man, he's here. The dude with the fireproof stomach.
Whoa. He said he carved it himself from a bigger spoon.
Five-alarm chili, eh?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2... Hey, what's the big idea?
Oh, I admit it. It's only 2 alarm. 2.5 tops. I just wanted to be a big man in front of the kids.
Daddy, are you going to jail?
We'll see, son. We'll see.
Evening, little lady. You reckon a square could get a dance?
It looks so complicated. Do you know how?
Ma'am, I wouldn't honk the honk if I couldn't tonk the tonk.
Perhaps for patients recovering from surgery.
That's Simpson. He thinks he's the Pope of Chili Town. Well, this year I am ready for him.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Chief.
Hi there.
Homer. Care for some chili? I've added an
Good to
extra
see you again.
just for you.
Anyone else play Hearthstone?
Yeah.
I recognise that dwarf, but not from Hearthstone.
It's ridiculous. I logged into Hearthstone again, and it made me do beginner's quests. It's like, to get you back into the swing of the things, you have to play.
The game's like this guy sucks so much. We have.
Oh god, those good old beginner quests.
Well, no, they're not beginner quests because I played the game a load when it came out and stuff. I just haven't logged in about 4 months. So, like, to get you back into the swing of things, we've arranged some games for you, and it's basically the beginner's quests again. Oh, why?
Like the ones against the bosses, like Millhouse, where you learn how to use mana and stuff like that.
What?
Weird.
Want some more, do you? Well, sure. Heck,
Millhouse is a little shit.
Yeah, he's like the worst card in the game.
Oh,
like,
no,
I'm talking about.
House Mana Storm.
I'm talking about WoW, World of Warcraft.
Yeah, but
WoW,
in the
that's a
game,
pain in the ass.
in Hearthstone, it's basically
Equally a piece
2
of
mana
shit.
loose.
Yeah.
Good lord, this can't be happening.
What is he? A 2 mana 4/4?
Yeah, and his battle cry is that your opponent
Yeah.
can use. Yeah, all your opponent's spells cost 0 the next turn, or it costs 0 mana, so they can just like, if it's a mage, they can just burn you down in that one turn.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Right, so now all of that is sorted. We shall resume, and we are resuming from Corbo's turn.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Music on point.
I'm just as confused as I'm annoyed. I feel like I can't do anything. Everyone around me is either on fire or has a light sword, which means I'm pretty much limited in even my movement abilities. So I just sit it out and wait to see what happens.
Yeah. Uncle done.
I'm going to cast Bonfire again on this spot here next to these 2 shadows.
Is it a concentration spell? Yep, you can have one of them active at a time.
Ah, shit, really? Oh, yeah, concentration of a minute. Bollocks. Okay.
Skyrish does have a light in his hand. He's holding a torch.
Mm-hmm. But then again, there is a huge shadow coming from the left.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I didn't really want to do it. Okay. I will then... hang on. Concentration as well. I'm going to launch a firebolt at the big one that's coming towards us.
Oh, that's great. Let's piss it off.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what's it going to do anyway? It's going to come and kill us or something. So pissing it off won't really do much.
Wouldn't it be fun if they all were that big?
Can I run a history check to see if I know anything about the shadows first, actually?
You can, yes.
Okay. Uh, 10 total.
You know very, very little of them. You've heard some brief mentions of them and something to do with them being seen on battlefields, but nothing more.
Okay. Then I'm just going to cast my firebolt at this big shadow over here.
Go.
Lewis, would they be mentioned in my book?
Which one?
The void and creatures that live within it.
You haven't read anything about them so far.
I read like an hour or two, didn't I? When we were sitting down.
Yeah. From what you've read in the book, you haven't come across them in it.
Oh, okay.
What do I have to roll for this? Do I have to roll a hit dice?
Fireball. If it says a spell, does it say spell attack on there? A spell attack roll?
Range spell attack, yeah. Get the target.
Yep, so it's a d20 plus your spell attack bonus.
Yep. Okay. Come on. 11. 11? Yeah. 11.
That hits.
Hey! The big shadow. And I do 1d10 fire damage. A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being one carried.
Oh no, that's not a good roll.
It's not a good roll. 3.
Go. Your fireball sails through the air across. Thankfully, you're 15 feet up in the air, so it doesn't singe Skylar's head for a change. a good few feet above him. I might go and shock the fireball going straight over his head. With a flashback to the bonfire that was in front of him.
Yeah.
His head earlier, and strikes the shadow. The light doesn't appear to illuminate anything. It's essentially just a black of light in this shape. The fire disappears into the darkness.
Oh dear. Thought that might happen.
Oh dearie me.
Oh dear, oh
Let's
dear.
just wait until the angels killed everything.
Oh lordy. To me. To you.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I might add that the shadow approaching does look maybe a little bit smaller than it did previously.
Oh.
Oh, what, when I launched my fireball into it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Keep doing that.
Maybe it's splitting.
No, then I'll just I'll chill here for a bit then.
I also shot a fire arrow into it.
You did.
Don't forget me.
That brings to the shadow's turn.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh boy.
Oh.
These shadows begin to flood around the outside of the fight. This one joins the others around here. This one appears to retreat off into the distance. And the larger shadow begins to approach and engulfs the other shadow.
God. I guess
I knew this would happen.
Yeah.
Becoming larger in the process.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. I think killing the small ones is a good idea too, as well.
Yeah.
I think the big one is trying to steal our kills.
The shadows that are now around Proof and Matara, who are essentially in dim light, lash out at Matara and attempt to engulf Matara. You.
Does my AC matter?
It will do, yes.
And can I use cutting words on that?
You may.
Like, is
You're
there?
being attacked by. being attacked by 3 of them.
Oh, that's intense.
Just like American natives.
I like to
Oh,
remind
yeah.
us all that
That's
They
good
too
she's
are
picture.
all
intense.
put on by Skardash needs to take a piss against a tree.
Intense. I don't.
And what's your AC?
It's 19.
Okay, you take 1 of them manage to strike you.
Okay.
How much health? I might use cutting words depending on what the roll is.
You suffer 9 points of damage as the shadow manages to wrap itself around one of your arms.
I'd like
And
to.
as you manage to yank your arm, what are you saying, Proof?
I'd like to use cutting words on that.
I've already rolled the damage. You should have told me after I rolled to hit. Too late.
No, I can do it on damage roll.
To reduce damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't reduce this kind of damage.
Oh.
It's not piercing, slashing, etc. It's a magical
Rolled and
attack.
smoked.
Hold on. Makes
It's
an ability
necrotic
or
touch
damage
based.
roll. I mean, it's just like I'm confusing him with my thing.
You can't do it.
Okay.
Are you trying to argue with the DM?
It doesn't
Wondering
work.
if-
It doesn't work.
I just
you
had no
pull your arm
idea it
away-
had to be.
No, it won't work because of the nature of the attack. Don't worry about it. As you pull your arm away from the shadow, which pull the arm that was sort of, wrapped, the shadow wrapped itself around away from it, you see that the flesh left behind is almost kind of rotted slightly. Take 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
Necrotizing fasciitis, nasty. You need some broad spectrum.
James, for fuck's sake.
Oh, sorry.
And in addition to that, your strength score, the overall score, not the modifier, is reduced by 3.
Mine.
Yes.
Sorry, I was very confused because Proof was there
You
doing
take
something
9 points of damage.
Yeah, okay, so I have 3 health left. My
And
strength
your
is
strength score is reduced by 3.
3. Alright, that's great. Okay, so it's -2 now.
No, not the modifier,
strength-
the score.
Okay, the score. Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't write it down, I'd just remember it.
Okay.
'Cause otherwise you'll forget what your original strength score was.
Okay.
You can write minus. Otherwise.
I'm just making paper notes then.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, and any one of those managed to hit you. The others begin to crowd around the outside of the light, and you've noticed now that the light of your torches and bonfires seems to be dimming slightly. And they're getting closer.
What about the one I threw away? Is
Off
that
in the
also dim?
distance, you hear horrible slurping sound from where the blue
Oh.
is.
Oh, no way, it's drinking the fucking blood of the boulette.
Nasty.
Oh, wow.
Or like eating like yogurt or something.
Blood yogurt.
Some nice pudding. Odin's turn.
It is. Okay. Hold on. Who have you got over there? You got Skardish and Matara. Okay. Let me just measure this out. What does adjacent? What is considered adjacent? I presume it's a square. in
Yeah,
any direction,
adjacent square.
and, including diagonals. Must be, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I throw? So I'm still. Can we roll damage for the fire, please? By the way.
Yes. Three.
Okay. It's all good, guys. No worries.
I swear to God, if you burn to death.
And I want to move over here with these guys, and I'm going to. Can I hand my torch to? No, hold on, Matari. Do you have any hands free to hold a torch?
I can
Just
Here's a lantern in hand.
lantern
Right.
back.
Oh, it's not, and the light's not doing fuck all.
Dim light, yeah.
Well, the lantern is way dimmer than the torch, right?
About the same, really.
Oh,
It's not making
okay.
a lot of light when they're crowded around you.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna do because I'm on fire, kind of like holding up. I'm lobbing my torch into this tree and attempting to set it on fire because if it starts to burn, then it's going to be a lot brighter.
Okay.
Does that count as my main action? Or is that a bonus action? Oh well. Did he just a flick of the wrist of the torch? I'm not arguing with the DM. It's fine. And so instead, I'm going to take the silver sword and I'm just going to slash at the shadow next to me and see if it does anything. I'm not optimistic, but we'll give it
It's a great sword. It needs to be swung with 2 hands.
Okay.
Ooh.
Why didn't the angel come to help?
She went to kill 3 of the things that.
Yeah, her
I
turn
think she-
hasn't come yet.
She probably knows what the big shadow could do. She knows that killing the smaller ones would be better.
If I just toss the torch in front of me, is that an action or is that a bonus action?
I'll call that an interaction just to drop it.
Okay, I'm just going to drop it in front of me as near to the shadows as I can get to just try and
Yep.
increase the light around the area. And then I take the silver greatsword and I just swing it at this.
Roll to hit.
Yeah. Oh, what are the chances of this?
There will be d20 plus strength. And you're not proficient in. No, you will be. Yeah, you will be proficient. Plus your proficiency bonus.
Well,
At least it's not a 1.
It's true. 3
Tim,
plus.
You throw your greatsword.
You mix up the torch and the greatsword.
6, 7, I think it is.
You swing for the shadow.
You behead Mataro.
There appears to be nothing there as you swing through, and you look back up again, and the shadow is reforming back into place where it was previously.
Wow. So a silver sword does fuck all.
In more cases, it dodged it than anything else.
I'm kind of curious. If I'm on fire and I just jump into them, kind of like into them, what it actually does.
Just hug them.
Because I would imagine they could, as long as I'm on fire, I'd be surprised if they could touch me, because that would be weird. But you know what? I don't know if this is a fuck it kind of moment. On 10 health. So instead, I'm going to ready my great sword for a retaliation if I need to. Sure, why not? Okay.
Huh?
I'm preparing myself for a No, yes I am. I'm just I'm preparing myself for an attack against one of these shadows.
Okay. Scottish's turn.
Okay. Seeing Matara in danger, I'm gonna move over to her and use Cure Wounds on her. What is that? Hang on, let me find it. 1d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. Is that nothing, I'm guessing?
It'll be your spell attack bonus.
Yeah, I don't have anything for that. How do I generate that?
Your spell attack bonus will be dictated by your class.
Oh.
On the hunter pages.
Oh shit, I didn't even know I needed to do that.
For example, for me, it's my wisdom modifier plus proficiency bonus.
Beastmaster. Not under your archetype, it's somewhere else. Spellcasting ability. Spell attack modifier equals your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier.
So 4, mine's 4.
4 total, yes.
Okay, so the thing is 1d8 plus my spellcasting. Right. Let me roll a 1d8. Oh, right. Well, you heal 6 points of damage.
Well, that's
better than nothing.
great, at least. Yeah. I know that you.
Scottish approaches from behind, places his hand on your shoulder, and you feel some life return to your body as some of your wounds are healed.
And then I want to like sort of create a barrier in between her and this shadow with my arm, with the torch in it.
Okay.
So like, just bring up some light and just sort of wave it in its face.
Sure.
And then I finish my turn.
Right. That brings us to proof.
Okay, so can I ask for clarification on cutting words then, or should we do that later?
It's nothing to your understanding of cutting words is fine. It does not apply to the nature of that creature's attack because of what it is.
Okay, maybe it can't even hear. Oh well, whatever.
It just won't function against a creature's attack because of how it works.
All right. It's like, is this bonfire or from the fire from the torch I threw? Like, does it look like it's spreading or catching on to something?
Not so far, no.
Okay. Well, since I'm really just getting pushed
The
away
fire
here.
is receding, as I described earlier.
I step back a bit here then, and pick up another branch and light that on fire. And actually walk over here. And just like hold it towards the shadow.
Yep. Anything else?
Can I do a check for if I know what this thing is, or is it just like the same as the small ones?
You can
Like,
try.
if I know anything about the absorbing.
You can try.
Okay, would it make most sense with Arcana or History? We just
They're just different types. You get different answers based upon what they are. They're different things.
I'll do a History then, since I did Arcana last time. See how that goes. Modify 21.
You are not aware of anything to do with their merging capabilities.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, Matara's turn.
I don't really have anything to set on fire on me, so I will. This shadow here seems to be sort of. Oh, there's torch and flaming branch being pushed against it, so I think it might be about to retreat a bit. I will attack this shadow here. I will cast the Sacred Flame again. Oh! Before all of this, I actually turn my head to Skardas and thank him quickly in Orcish and nod my head appreciatively.
Wait, do you know Orcish?
Yes, I do.
Oh, cool.
I'm a proficient. I know Common Orcish, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
That's cool. Right, we can have conversations about these other people knowing what we're saying.
Does no one else know Orcish? Okay, it's not relevant, but yeah, I cast the Sacred Flame on this shadow, so the dexterity saving throw from it.
Okay, it has a 14.
It succeeds. I have 13.
It's the same effect happens previously. The light comes down and the shadow disappears for a second, and as the light fades, it reappears.
Let me just look quickly through my stuff. Can I use my bonus action or such to ask for people around me if they have torches? More torches?
Yep.
And then, like, be ready to accept it.
Yep.
But I don't think
There's
I
a torch right next to you on the ground that I dropped.
That is...
There's also a torch right next to her that is alive and kicking and also happens to be a half-elf.
Okay, I will pick the torch from the ground then. Can I do that? A straight interaction.
Okay, so you're sacrificing the lantern and picking up the torch.
But
The
you
lamp?
said that they are approximately the same light, right?
Wouldn't the lantern
Yeah.
run on oil? Couldn't you just smash the lantern and spread the oil in a wider
It's not
radius?
my lamp.
Oh, right.
That's why I haven't done that. Okay, yeah.
From
I'll
a few
just-
meters away, just throw the fucking thing on the ground.
You can yell that on your turn. I guess that goes otherwise into metagaming. I will just I will hold on to it for now and just try to hold it against the shadows, like between me and them.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I don't think I can do anything. No.
Ready to see quintuple kill. Angel.
Chigre play.
Play of the game.
Play of the game. That's
Just
weird.
like flying past this line here, just with her sword to the side, chopping off heads.
It's gonna be like a
Okay,
Bastion play.
So, Angel.
Genji play.
Our sprint starts running towards where the larger shadow is.
Okay.
Her wings folded behind her, so she doesn't take out Corbo as she runs past him.
Exactly. The fucking how tall is she? 10 feet something.
Yeah, she's tall. She's
The
about
10
9, somewhere between 9 and 10 feet.
The 10 feet glowing figure right to the guy who can't directly look at light. Perfectly.
Get the feeling she doesn't much care about your discomfort.
Oh.
Fucking punch her in the mouth.
Fucking twat.
Her presence has literally blinded you.
You're welcome to try and punch her.
Test me.
I was literally expecting Lewis to take that as an actual action and just run with it.
You punch the angel, she turns around, grabs your fist, and crushes it in her hand.
Whoa.
Oh, bloody hell.
Lightning reflexes.
You cannot make fun of Poingle anymore.
Corbo's turn.
Wait, that's all she did?
She just sprinted over, uses a dash, yeah.
But she has a 30 feet light radius, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a passive or is that an attack?
That's from her sword, 15 feet when it's lowered, 30 when raised.
Is it raised or lowered?
Lowered.
Okay,
She's running.
Right, well, I'm safe. Fuck you guys, I'm okay, I'm near her.
This one here, it will be.
Hold me, mummy.
You're on fire. You can't talk.
I wanted to light a torch, but I don't think it's necessary anymore. So
nope.
I hate that I can't do anything.
At least you're not on fire.
True.
At least you didn't throw away your weapon and protection.
I guess I'll just pick my nose and end my turn.
I will say there is a reason behind my action, like from a character point of view.
Yeah, probably.
Like, there is, I'm not just going
I
slightly.
know, but to all of us, it just seems
What kind of character
I might as
makes
well-
the person lick themselves up? But okay, I'm not questioning.
I might as well just pull up my pipe and try to light the tobacco on fucking Erden.
Oh. Oh. There's a huge angel between you.
I punch
As
her
you
in the
pull up
mouth.
pipe and the angel sprints behind you, the pipe lights on its own.
Imagine if the angel got high.
No, I'm serious. I mean, that's not a joke. That actually happened.
What?
Oh.
Visibly surprised and confused, I guess I have my pipe now, so I might as well
Smoke it.
just give it a wake and bake and wait for things to turn out well.
But didn't you throw away the illegal stuff?
No, I still have my tobacco, and I still have my
Shimmerweed.
Yeah, someone being
my
high
wacky
right now is
tobacco.
exactly what we need.
Well, Beans is already high because he's flying.
It is now Flango's turn.
Oh.
How tall is she? 10
She's
feet.
9 feet tall. Somewhere between 9 and 10.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm flying about 15, so I'm gonna look down at her and
Spit on her
go.
head.
No. I look down at her and say, well, hello there, gorgeous. And give her a
Enjoying the
wink.
view.
And then,
Lift up the jacket.
Point again. How tall is Point?
I'm flying though.
No, it's the two of you.
I'm flying. I'm flying above her. So I give her a
Can you
wink.
see her cleavage?
Yeah, yeah, I know, but I just mean that your height is like less than half of her height.
Yeah.
That's just funny see that you're like
you see
flirting with her.
He's nearly a third of her. Oh, he is a third of her.
Yeah.
That's
So?
a wonderful couple. I want to see this happen now.
Try to
Donkey and the
land on her
dragon.
shoulders and ride along.
Yeah. Be like, I have to-
Boink likes big women. What you?
Oh my gosh. Jeff got a snooze.
Mega snoo. And then I cast my firebolt again at the large shadow.
Okay.
No. Before I do that, I look at her and go, "Watch this," and then I launch my firebolt at the shadow.
Here we go.
Okay.
Do you really think a divine creature cares about your fireballs?
Yeah.
The shadow will like not even react to your firebolt, and when she comes, she'll slice it in half with one swing.
21 hit.
21 damage.
Yeah. Oh no, to hit.
Or to hit.
Yeah.
Hits.
And then it's 1d10 again. Oh, come on. Got to impress here. Where's my d10? Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, 9.
Right? A good-sized firebolt streaks through the sky and strikes the shadow, which visibly decreases in size this time.
Ooh.
Not by a lot, but you can see it shrink slightly as the firebolt disappears inside it.
Means the equivalent of you telling her, watch this, was like you going into player, coming up to you saying, watch this, and just shooting at a wall for a bit.
Okay. She was totally impressed. You know she was.
Okay. The shadows that are these 4 shadows near each other, we let out a hiss again and begin to draw closer to each other.
So what's the shadow I said? I know, right?
Oh no.
What? Oh no.
Damn.
Leaving another bigger shadow in its place, writhes and coils, prepares to strike.
Oh.
Shit.
The shadows around this group here attempt to retreat. You get an opportunity attack on them.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that is an opportunity attack for Proof and Skardash and Matara on that one.
Okay.
Oh shit, that one's
Can
not.
Can I use a
one.
cantrip on opportunity attack?
No, just a normal attack. Starts
Um,
more anyway.
Can I use my flaming sword?
Matara gets a opportunity attack on the other on Shadow 2
Oh, nice.
but I have
and Shadow
just,
3.
I have just the lantern in my hand. Can I like smash them with
Improvi-
the lantern? Hit
Yeah,
them with the
improvised,
lantern.
improvised weapon damage, 1d4 physical, 1d4
Alright.
fire.
Mhm.
And this one. Oh,
Can I ask Dex or Strength modifier?
strength.
Okay.
Really, on a lantern?
I'd say so. She's trying to slant as hard as she can, isn't she? Or the flail.
5 and 8.
Both of them miss, I'm afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Godash and Proof, what are your hit chances?
Oh my god. Not good. Mine's 8.
Misses.
Is mine also strength from the torch?
Yep. Everyone is using strength.
Okay. Yeah, 7.
Misses as well.
Wait, do I get any
shadows attempt to retreat? Any what?
do I get any bonuses from do I get any to hit bonuses from my flaming sword?
It should be strength and proficiency together.
Oh, okay. In that case, does 10 hit?
No.
Okay.
The shadows attempt to retreat, and the group let loose a flurry of attacks as they turn their backs upon you. Unfortunately, they are far too fast for the group, and they manage to retreat away quickly, merging again into another larger entity.
Oh my goodness me.
That one's pretty small compared to how many it was compared to the others.
That's what your mum said.
Would you like me to make it larger?
Wow. Don't know what that means.
Name of your sex tape.
That one's pretty small compared to the others.
Okay.
I'm assuming
that brings us to Erden's turn.
Well, I'm kind of still on fire, and I don't really want to take any more damage. Bearing in mind the angel's now here and kind of making me look stupid in comparison with her flaming sword, so I guess I drop and roll on the ground like an idiot to try and put out the fire.
Okay, not sure how to do a check for that. Let's do a 1d20, and you can give me a dexterity bonus.
How dexterous do I have to be to drop to the ground and just roll?
What would you rather have? Intelligence?
Yeah, but if you roll natural one, you just fall into your face.
Now I just stay standing by accident.
Yeah, you don't fall, you just stand up.
You manage to spread the fire further.
What
Oh
I do.
shit.
Hold on.
No, that's
I
with
got-
that one.
What did you roll?
I got 9. Hold on, and you said it was with a dex. 9, 10, 11 then.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you managed to put out the fire.
Oh, thank goodness me. Okay.
Most
I
of it will be
believe
got at this point anyway.
I
Okay.
believe it's so somewhere in the rules how to do the proper check. Not that it matters now, but I think it's
I
in
can't
there
imagine
somewhere.
there is a stop, drop, and roll check somewhere in the player's handbook.
Hold on.
Stop, drop, and roll.
And then I pick myself up, and I guess I take the sword, and I kind of I move to this because I like the look of triangles. So now we're kind of surrounding ourselves around the angel, who's probably not going to need our help, but at least it looks like we're trying.
Wait, Lewis, it could be a survival check because he's trying to survive. or a performance
I've already
check.
passed the ruling, and it's already been done. So
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to go back on it now.
I was just trying to think of what it could be.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
That's
Oh,
all.
Look at
also,
it in more depth in future.
Lewis, how do you
Yes.
get? You need to get rid of this bottle of alcohol in my kit, but I don't know how to delete it myself.
Toss it into an infinite bag. Problem solved.
Okay.
And reset.
Thanks, Lewis.
Okay. Scarnish's turn.
I'm kind of worried about the one that's slurping blood. I'm worried if it's gonna just suddenly turn huge or something from all the energy it's absorbing. Can I still hear it slurping?
Go in.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm gonna dash past the angel. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many squares can I move with dash?
12.
Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I'm just gonna move to about here, just so I'm in line of sight of it, and then finish my. Actually, can I do another survival check on these things with advantage?
Because you've got the hunter's mark on one of them. Okay.
Yeah. Roll again. I rolled exactly the same twice now. 16.
Generally, not very familiar with the creatures. You've heard some mention here and there. You think maybe one of the sites of one of your prey was visited by one of them, as you found it had rotted much quicker than you would have expected it to have done so. But other than that, you're not familiar.
Okay, what is there? Like, I don't know any weaknesses about them.
No.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, I finished my turn.
Okay. That takes us to Proof.
Okay, can I actually like see over here where this is happening, or is it reasonable
No, it's way
to?
too far away. Plus for a group of people.
Okay. But I wouldn't be able to see it even if they weren't there, right?
Probably not. No. Well, then you've got 60 feet dark vision. If it's longer than 60 feet, you can't see it.
Okay. All right. Anyway, I'll just move back in here. I guess I can see that the angel is running that way, so I'm not gonna stand in her way. I'll actually run over to. I'll be here. Can I do? Wait, no, I already did that. Can I then just do a perception check for if there's would be anything more, like outside of what we were like, besides these three guys, anything more hiding?
Yeah, go for it. Roll perception.
Nat 20.
These appear to be the only shadows in the area.
Yep, that's it.
That takes us to Dara's turn.
Okay. I back away from this shadow towards the fire and light here. Can I?
What about the angel?
But when it has her shot down, it's only 15 feet around her, so it's somewhere around here. I'm not in her, and she's anyway. Well, she's anyway going. She was going for that one previously, so I sort of don't know if she's going to continue for that
Well, there's
direction.
3 more.
So
There's 2 other ones now.
yeah, it's true. I'm still heading towards. Well, because if she moves, then we'll be out of the line anyway, and we'll be like between those 2 shadows. And I'm not at the moment very well. I have 9 health still. So I'm just heading towards that. Can I push Proof a bit closer to the fire on my way?
Has there been a single fight where you didn't push me?
Well,
every 5 feet of movement for him is 10 feet of movement for you as well. If you want to move him, it counts as difficult terrain.
You can
help me. I'll move him just a tad bit and go myself here.
You need to work on your positioning, Proof, then.
yeah, that's my point usually. I'm just trying to keep him safe. That's why I keep
I have 28 health.
Yeah, but
Damn it.
Mother doesn't exactly want to see Proof get hurt. just
one day I'll sleep and break my leg after you push me.
Probably. I already snapped your shoulder. I guess that's all the movement I do. I will try to do again the Sacred Flame, and I will try to attack this biggest shadow. Yeah, and the dexterity saving throw from it again.
Yeah. 33.
From the biggest.
It fails to save.
Okay, yay, and I will roll the 8 for damage. 6.
Okay, a great beam of radiant light descends from the sky, strikes the creature. For 6 points of damage, you said?
Yes, 6.
The size of the creature visibly decreases by quite a substantial amount. It is still very large, but it is now visibly smaller.
Satisfied with myself that it finally hit. I just put my hands on my forehead and let out a small prayer. That's all. I don't do anything else.
Okay. Brings to the angel's turn. Hearing Frankel's comment, the angel looks up at him, gives him a sort of a undisapproving look, stops the sprint, stands straight, points 2 fingers at his eyes, and then 1 finger back down at her as if to say, "Watch this." Turns around and leaps with the sword held behind her back of one arm, swinging it down towards the shadow over here, illuminating the shadow as she arrives, flips the sword midair, grabs it with both hands pointed downwards, and slams it down into the creature as she goes into it herself, letting out a bright burst of light.
Get shat on, Beans.
However,
oh shit! Wait.
Doesn't appear to do a great deal of damage. She does force the creature away, lands where it was previously. The creature sort of flinches back at it, in a manner, and hisses in pain. Visibly decreased slightly, but not a significant amount, and slinks away into the shadows.
Didn't Foinkle do more damage?
Did.
But was that
Brings
as
us
cool?
to round 5.
She did see Foinkle important enough to take up the challenge.
That little shit. Throwing fireballs that's larger than himself.
Round 5 is Corbo's turn.
I assume Adam is still lit AF, as the youth would say.
No,
No, he never mind. Yeah, I forgot. Ugh, no. Is it possible for me to move towards the angel, like around here, say? Like one of my arrows and my bolt and fire at this lad over here?
Yep.
Lad.
Yes.
How are you going to light fire?
Lado. It's the Lado.
Yes. I will protect my eyes once again because...
How are you lighting it?
On the angel.
I mean, I hold it in a very direction. I mean, it was enough to light my tobacco, so I assume it would be enough to light the tip of my bolt.
Nothing appears to happen.
Useless angels, come.
Light it on. You have a tinderbox?
That would most likely take up my whole turn.
Oh.
We can make like cooperation thing where you like I just light your bolts on fire and you shoot them.
Yeah, but you would have to wait for Proof's turn.
Yeah. Or maybe like the first one could save his reaction for when I light it, then he shoots.
Yeah.
DM, is that possible?
Yeah,
Yes, you would need to say something to him and then save your reaction for his response.
I could use a hot hand for my crossbow bolts over here. Please.
And then you're gonna wait
Just
to
the
react.
delayed, please.
Still be play. Brings us to Foinkel's turn.
A bit aghast at what the angel pulled off. I look at her and say, not bad at all. I give her a bit of a cheeky smile.
She did like 20% of the damage she could have done. What do you mean was not bad?
Not bad. Yeah. Thinking I probably could have done the same, but chose not to.
Exactly.
Yeah, but that's classy that you don't say it out loud.
Yeah, exactly. And then I turn towards the same one I was attacking before and launch another firebolt at it.
Okay. I might add that the angel did not even acknowledge that she's faced away from you.
Oh.
She wouldn't have seen the smile. She might have heard you say it, but when it's suddenly wouldn't have seen the smile.
Okay.
Cock blocked.
So that's 25 to hit.
Hits.
And... 4 damage. Yep. Yeah, what?
You notice that the firebolt sinks into it again, and you notice it decreases the size slightly again. Any further actions?
Yeah, I'll fly over to the angel and fly beside her.
Okay. It is now the shadow's turn. This shadow continues to slink away from the angel, clearly not wanting to stay near it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, come
and
on.
Arrived over here as this one continues to drink, and they merge together.
Fucking hell.
Absolute unit.
This one. Slinks off into the darkness of the forest. The other weaves around the back of the tree. Erdner's turn.
Did someone request crossbow bolts from me? I don't remember. No? Okay.
No.
I call over to the angel. I say, is there any way you can get us out of here? Because they're all running away now.
Okay. She responded in her turn.
Okay, I mean, I literally can do fuck all against any of this shit. So, I spin my blade around in my hands, kind of trying to look badass, but knowing there's literally nothing I can do, and surreptitiously back up towards the angel, trying to hide the fact that I just want to be near her.
Right in Corbo's line of sight for the shadow. And he's about to use his action to shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not hesitating.
That's fine, there we go. Fine. That's about all I can do, to be honest.
That will take us to Scottish.
Really need a rest.
I want to transfer my hunter's mark onto the big one. And then
Did you consider that after we kill maybe, or like zone them off even further, that we could just run from the battle? Because this will take... I mean, they're clearly avoiding us as long as we have the angel, so we might as well take advantage of that and just head off to nice water deep.
Also,
as long as the angel goes there, because I asked her to escort us in the end.
She still didn't do.
Yeah, but I don't exactly want to go to the darkness if there's more shadows. I don't know. But yeah.
Just let her do her thing, right?
Maybe she can pick up the bullet for us.
Can I have a brief examination of her sword? I just want to see like if it has any engravings on it or anything.
The sword is essentially a standard hilt, and then the blade is shaped almost like two wings that come down around the hilt. So that is kind of like the handguard essentially is two wings that wrap around the hand. Then the blade itself appears to be much like that of a similar, of kind of like a greatsword that a human would wield. However, it is significantly larger. There is no way that a human could wield this weapon. It is far too large for a human to wield. It even looks a bit large for her, and she is nearly 10 feet tall.
Oh shit!
It is a big blade. For example, you could probably fit about 2, maybe 3 foinkles into the length of this blade.
The new unit of measurement.
Shit.
The sword is pretty much the same length as she is tall.
Yeah, it's about 6-7 feet tall.
Okay.
Also, if you zoom in on the angel from the side that we're all standing on, it looks like her and Erdan are fighting.
That's important stuff right there.
Cool. Can I examine her armor and stuff, like what she's wearing and?
That is the main difference. That is the main difference to the image. She doesn't wear a significant amount of armor. It's mainly cloth. The armor only covers important parts. For example, the entire chest piece, the entire torso is plate, and then arms, etc., are cloth. legs of cloth and so
Okay.
forth. There's elbow pieces and so forth to protect important locations, and there is also a bracer on each wrist.
Okay. Is she an angel then? Like those wings are angel wings. She's not any other like a harpy or anything.
She is an angel, yes.
Okay. Oh. Tanuki.
I got another disconnect.
All right. I've finished my turn.
Does anyone here have any knowledge of celestials other than Tara? Oh yes,
I guess.
yes, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
You speak the language, but you don't understand celestial beings so much.
Okay.
I think Matara would recognize this angel as a planetar, which is the warrior caste of the angels.
How it's written?
Planet AR, planetar.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, I've studied a bit at the temple where Madara was, and also a bit of other places I went
You
to.
might recognize her as a planetar then. They're particularly famed for. They're very high up in the sort of the hierarchy of angels, which makes them even more proud and arrogant than most of the others. Generally, they don't much care for mortals, consider them significantly beneath themselves, and with due right, they are extremely powerful beings.
Mm-hmm.
To give you a measure of strength, you're pretty sure one of these things could take on 2 bullets at once and live.
Lewis, someone's playing with my dice and threw them all away.
They're all just gone.
Fuck you guys. Carry on, Lewis. I'll get some more.
No, that was pretty much the description of a planetar.
Oh, alright, okay.
Actually, I might also add that this is another reasonably famous thing about them, is that they are generally sent to deal with mortal affairs. That's probably why it was on the material plane. They are particularly famed for always knowing when they hear a lie.
Fuck you, Scottish.
I'm helping.
Presumably because you destroyed my dice.
I didn't.
Okay, that makes it. Whose turn is it? Scarlish's turn still. Oh, you moved.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've
Anything
finished
else?
my turn.
Okay, proof.
After just quickly looking at Madara a bit, like, I can't remember the word now. A bit upset that she keeps pushing me around. And then I hear what Kolbo said, so I go over here. I guess that would... He's within 10 feet now, right?
Who's within 10 feet? Corbo.
Kolbo and his bolts
Yes.
that he needs. Yeah, I just lighted the bolt he's holding with the prestidigitation.
Okay, that takes us back to Corbo's turn then.
Then I will proceed to roll my attack roll.
And you are attacking what?
Oh, sorry. The shadow number 2.
Okay.
That's a big feels Batman.
Oh.
That is a 9.
That's a miss. Unfortunately, the flaming arrow sails past the target. As large as it was, Corbo was not able to hit it.
I also like just say sure to him, like when lighting it. Oops.
Yep, it's back to Proof's turn.
Yeah. I look after the bolt and then back at the Kobo, considering asking him if he wasn't supposed to hit, but I decided that's not a good idea to say to someone like Kobo. So,
You are the one to talk.
yeah, throwing my weapon. So not hitting sleeping targets.
Everybody's
anyway.
Mm,
I'm still here.
Not me.
I'm in it.
I guess I could. Oh wait, no, that was an action. I'll just.
Oh, now I disconnected. timeout Steam
Yeah, I
player.
did as well.
Wow.
It's just me and Tanuki and Lewis.
Oh,
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Steam player-to-player session failed with Toaster. That's what I
Yeah,
got.
just reconnect.
Yep, sure.
What was your action proof?
I wanna think I've done like all the checks I could do now.
Okay.
I'll just be there, yeah.
Alright, that will take us to Matara's turn.
Sorry, I'm not there. Let me restart this, it's not finding the game. Okay, one thing I can do before I see the positions of the shadows and stuff, I notice that Proof looks at me annoyed as such. I decide to tell him while he's moving away that I simply want us to make sure you're not left behind in front of in the front line. And I'm soon in. A second. The password shouldn't be hard, but I still misspelled it.
Only you could do that. No, I'm joking.
Wow,
I'm
that's
kidding.
brutal. I'll remember that. Oh, it's because I have caps on, apparently. Yeah, it's connecting.
What happens if you choose another color? And you had...
You just appear as that color. Like your mouse and stuff.
Okay. I will move also a bit forward closer to everyone. Just around somewhere here. So that I get line of sight to this one there. How can I get that away? Oh, okay, it did. The sacred flame range is 60 feet. So I think I should be able to. It's 10 squares, so it.
Yep.
Yeah.
50 feet.
Yeah, I will cast a radiant flame on that one.
Okay.
I mean, sacred flame.
It fails.
Yeah. D8. 5 damage.
Okay. The beam of light manages to strike the shadow, and the size of the shadow decreases somewhat.
Yeah. I think that is all I will do this time.
Okay. That brings us to the angel's turn, and somebody asked the angel a question. What was it?
I asked the angel, "Is there any way that you can get us out of here now that the monsters are retreating?"
Excuse me. Sorry, I was just yawning.
Was it that boring?
Question.
No, I'm just tired.
I mean, it fits. She said that she thinks we're below her, so I think.
Sorry,
well,
true.
Beans is above her.
Okay.
Sound like true. The angel turns around and shrugs at you.
I know I'm using my turn to do next.
What, slap her?
She walks into the group and begins to sort of push members of the group kind of away, down this way, to the south of the board. Begins to push you down that way, and she motions at the shadow and says, "Probably time to flee."
Okay. So should we
I flee.
What about a bullet? We need the heart.
What about the experience?
I have one of the heart. Oh no, I have all 3 of the heart.
Oh,
Well,
dear.
the 3 that
Okay.
we found so far.
We don't want the experience from these shadows.
If she doesn't want to fight anymore, if she's telling us to run away and we don't run away, she might not keep fighting for us, and that would be.
I thought
stuff.
that was more of a response to Aaron's request, but okay. Should we roll for athletics and go?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is still the angel's turn.
Okay.
Well, shit.
Okay.
She brushes her way through the group, stands on the other side, pushes the others together, pushes all of you together, stands between you and the shadows. You notice now that as we reach round 6, the same kind of glow that you saw previously, which reformed her body, is beginning to sparkle at the edge of her wings.
Oh, she's fading.
Seems like it.
We should fucking run.
Yeah.
Almost done.
Which direction?
Should we just run?
Yeah.
Like straight to our left.
East, don't we? Or north, according to the.
No, she pointed us to go south, which is towards the DM's desk.
Yeah.
Isn't that away from the DM city?
I have no idea.
Just out of the forest. We need to get out of the forest.
It's probably safety there.
Yeah. She's told us to go this way. Let's just go this way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe she's trolling us.
Fucking bitch.
I can always call her back if that happens.
Oh yeah.
Use a second.
Okay.
Well, since the angel said we should run and that we should run south, I guess that's what your boy's doing. So, wait, sorry, shit.
Nice line. That's so straight.
I can go. Wait, I'm bad at maths.
Oh, boy, Scottish.
Okay, I can go this far with a double dash.
Bye.
Clearly taking the angel by surprise, clearly Corbo dashes off into the distance with quite an impressive sprint.
Or you can see this little cloud of dust and the sound of a bullet being fired, like. Ching! Alright, Michael's turn.
Did you not? Sorry, did you not get farther with a double dash?
I did. It's 90 feet. I ran as fast and as far as I could.
Anyway.
I am going to launch a firebolt at the burlet.
At the Bullet corpse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have some back.
C for surfer.
C for surfer.
C for surfer. I mean C7.
10.
You DC'd.
You can take advantage on the hit as well with stationary target.
Okay.
DC surfer. That's so good.
16.
Yep, hits.
Yeah, okay, I'll do my
noise.
I basically just want to set it on fire. 2.
The firebolt strikes the Bullet's corpse and lights a small patch of what seems almost like fur on the plating on fire. You can see that this small ember of a fire is beginning to slightly spread. The shadow which is feeding upon the corpse does not seem best pleased about this. So it kind of lashes out very aggressively towards the fire and flinches back away from it again.
Fuck you, fire. No, don't hit me.
And then I'm going to dash there, I guess.
Can you dash? Oh, yeah, you can, yeah. What's up? Like your bonus.
My bonus, and I'm done.
Okay, that makes the shadow's turn.
shit.
Oh my god.
Mega shadow.
The shadow begins to merge with the other shadow, which now completely engulfs the Bulak's corpse, continues to drink.
Yeah,
The
I
shadow
was gonna
disappears
say-
off into the distance.
Oh, okay. I was thinking they've merged.
Now
That's what
Odin's turn.
I was going to say to Beans. Put your bonfire in front of one of the shadows.
Did my bonfire go out? I'm assuming it did.
It's sorry, I probably should mention this. The bonfire that was over there previously was dimming as the shadows got close to it. Is now back to its normal state. Seems to have spread slightly as well across the dry grass.
Is it here?
Was it here?
I don't know.
Okay,
Somebody got rid of it for some reason.
it's fine. I'm gonna get rid of it next to the thing anyway.
What happens if you start a fire with a concentration spell and that spreads and you then end the concentration?
Depends how much is spread. Odin's turn.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do the same because at this point in the time, I'm just exhausted. So I'm just want to get out of dodge. So I'm just gonna dash in the same direction as Corbeau. Dash is 60.
90 feet. Well, do you mean my dash or your dash?
My dash.
Yours is 60 minus 90.
It's around here.
Yeah.
I'm down with 50.
Why is it? Yes. Okay.
That's it, I guess. Yeah.
That brings us to Scottish.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sprint to about here, around the tree.
Proof.
Yes. Oh.
Amateur.
I will sprint there as well.
The angel accompanies you, easily keeping pace by launching herself forward with her wings.
Wow.
You can see now the majority of her wings have faded to this translucent holographic gold. Bringing us to Corbeau's turn, and I assume the rest of the whole group is going to continue to fly.
Yeah.
That is the correct.
Yes.
Okay. That brings us out of the combat phase, as the shadow is not going to pursue.
Okay.
Boy.
Should we roll athletics to run?
It's not going to pursue, so just going to keep going, and the angel will follow along with you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
Okay.
There's someone underneath.
It's Tanuki.
Yeah, wrong map. If I might direct your attention up to the general map.
Okay.
That's where you want to be.
Look at all these hands going around.
Okay. Yep. So you managed to flee through the forest. It's pretty dark. People trip and stumble a great deal, particularly Matara in her heavy armor and not with a great deal of light. But you managed to get away in the end, knowing, unfortunately, that you have created a pretty large shadow back there in the forest.
Oh.
So are we here?
Here's
Hardy?
Waterdeep. That's
You
mine.
were
This
slightly-
is Waterdeep.
You were slightly north of Waterdeep, if I remember rightly, in the forests.
Yeah.
Yeah, so are we in Ardeep, or is there a
Alright.
forest right next to Waterdeep?
No,
We
you
probably
were
cannot be that
You were
far.
slightly north of Waterdeep. You're not that far as
Somewhere
Caldell.
here, like
Okay, is there just some
Just
random
slightly
forest?
north.
I cannot see
even by
this.
Rasanta.
There's
It's not on the
3,
map.
4 hands in the way.
Right.
somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Can we just
It's
go
north
to
of
the
Waterdeep.
city, sell our heads and go to sleep?
Yeah, I was gonna say, please, can we sell the heads, or we get the reward. We buy a pub. We settle down. Well
Oh
done.
no!
No, I have divine purpose.
I have killing purpose.
Yeah. After like 12 pints of ale, I'm sure those purposes will seem far less important.
I don't drink.
Waterer doesn't drink that much.
I don't drink at all.
We've avoided death about 3 separate times in about a 4-hour period. So
The closest I've been to death is Beans poking a javelin that's sticking out of my chest. That literally happened, by the way. Sea Surfer.
I gave him a good jab.
Yeah,
Face.
Tanuki punched him in the face.
I almost killed him on accident because I forgot that he had low HP.
You had 6 HP at the time, was
And
that
you
was his
also
max.
punched him in your dream. Don't forget.
Oh
that.
yeah.
We had quite a rough relationship during the beginning of our.
Shall we go back to the city? Then?
Yeah, can we
please
please?
just.
Handy.
I don't want to fight anymore. I just want to.
Suddenly, a shadow appears in the city.
Okay.
Turn
I
around and go
say,
the other
fuck
way.
it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just
Not our problem.
fuck it. Let people die there.
Not a problem.
Got something on my game.
Lewis?
Discovered.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, now I need a
What?
loo. Great.
There's water.
What weather?
My game's crashed.
Well, this is cool.
What are you doing, Lewis? This is creeping me out.
What?
What? Where's water?
Can you hear these noises, guys?
Yeah.
No, I have to. Tabletop Simulator turned very
Why?
silent because
Yeah,
of the
same.
beginning
He's-
music we had to listen
Oh.
to.
You just turn the music down. Keep the ambience up. 'cause,
How can you do that?
if you go into settings, configuration,
Yeah, apparently that
click
thing's
on
buggy,
sound.
but pretty cool.
Click on sound, and then the second one down
Ah.
is music volume.
Okay, I'm not the smartest man, okay?
Okay, did anyone crash because of those sounds?
No.
No.
It brought up
okay.
a
But
weird loading
nearly.
range. Nearly, yeah.
I didn't
tried-
kill them though. Can you do them again?
I deleted it. It's gone.
It was just the water
got rid of
running and
everyone
wind
near
blowing.
There was also some footstep stuff there and spooky
Yeah.
dungeon loop and some interesting stuff.
Oh my god, I want to go into the city with the angel just to see the guards' reactions. She's probably faded by
Can
now.
I ask something about
Yes.
short rest? What is it that you gain from a short rest? Half
You can roll your hit dice.
Oh, what about spell slots?
You get half of them back, I do believe.
So if I haven't even used half of them, do I just get them all back?
Well, you get half of the ones that you've expended. So you half of them, half of total max. If you've used half, you go back to full.
I used 2 second level, but 0 first level. So like that's 2 out of 3.
You get half of them back. So if you've got 6 level 1 spells, you get back 3.
Okay. And you round down. Shit.
You round down, yes. Yep. So the group has managed to flee. You are in the forest, but towards the southern end of it.
Okay. I'd like to get out of this forest as soon as possible.
I can't imagine that we did all this shit just to get a bit of money.
Yeah.
I believe. It's just-
What else did we
Life in a
get?
nutshell.
Hey, 10 Goliaths. That sounds easy.
Kills 20 and a bullet and a bunch of shadows.
Nearly 30 actually.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kills,
we go-
calls down an angel and
Summon an angel, easy peasy.
Do we want to turn the heads in first, or?
Yeah.
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 Whilst you're discussing, the angel sheaves her sword, steps forward and says, "Is there anything else you require me for?"
Well, now you ask.
Can you show me a magic trick?
Can thank you for your assistance. You truly saved us there. Are you able to heal us by any chance a bit? We are a bit fucked.
We're all about to go take a long rest. Will that count as one of our requests from her?
It's not worth the risk. To be honest.
I
mean,
don't think it counts because I can summon her thrice, and
Oh, okay.
she was summoned only once now.
Also, with the amount of shit we've been the amount of monsters that
Yeah.
have been sprung on us lately, I don't want to take any risks of walking
Yeah,
back
yeah,
to town.
that's what I'm thinking. That's why I would ask.
Yeah.
She
So that's
nods
what I-
and replies and says, "Yes, I can."
I nod at
Great.
her appreciatively.
I have enough energy within me, as I've expended much of it, to heal 4 of you.
Okay.
I step back and say, I'm completely fine.
I am as well.
Okay.
I step forward and say, can you heal this? And I point at my my stumpy arm.
Oh my! Oh, I thought you were gonna say your dick.
Actually, if that takes her whole, I say out loud, if that was possible, but it would take your whole energy, please do that for him.
She reaches down, grabs hold of his arm firmly, and golden light pulses through her arm. You can see as her holographic wings have now spread through the entire body, and as more golden energy floods into her, his arm regrows in this holographic form as she fades off and eventually comes back into solidity as she disappears.
Oh my god.
Oh, I dance around happily doing a little jig.
I have the biggest smile on my face, even though I look rocked and tired.
Well, you're 9 HP.
Yeah, but it's...
Right, let's get out of this place.
I
Is she
say
gone
aloud
now?
that... Yeah, okay.
Has she vanished?
She has, she's gone, yeah.
Okay. Right, let's can we travel to Waterdeep again?
Yeah, let's just do that.
To the Fighters Guild, specifically.
Did we come across anything in our travel? I
Please,
fucking hope not.
Please.
Thank you for asking. You reminded me. You do.
Oh,
fucking god.
What?
What?
That's a 19. So you come across.
Oh my god.
Referring to my notes, one sec.
I'm
Seven
straight to
bandit
jail.
You come across another boulette.
Yeah.
Full health.
And the remaining Goliaths that ran away.
And then the shadows
And they are all
join the
riding a
party.
bullet.
And the shadow that ran away earlier. Both shadows.
Also, he is a dragon.
And again,
And a fucking...
Okay, so on your
And
way
another-
back through the forest, you eventually come across the main road. Now, along the main road, so essentially you've got the tree line here, top of the board, I might direct your attention to. And you're in the forest still. The main road runs like this. There is a river that runs along here. And to cross the river, you must go across a bridge.
however,
There is a large boulder here,
Please, not the
Upon
goblin under
which-
the bridge.
I was gonna say, I know there's always trolls under bridges.
Yeah.
upon which sits a rather ugly and familiar-looking creature you might refer to as an ogre.
Oh.
On the bridge, upon this boulder, the ogre is essentially leaned back, relaxed. He has a very, very small-looking pipe, sort of gently balanced in between his teeth, and he has his arm resting on what appears to be a merchant's wagon full of loaded goods. And off to his left-hand side, there is a pile of coins and other small trinkets that it looks like that he has essentially demanded passage from for people to cross the bridge. He has not noticed your presence.
Okay, let's just go through the forest to the river and swim across the river.
Yeah, how strong is the current?
This is one of the main rivers. There is no way you're crossing that river. It is about 4 feet deep. The only way anyone is getting across is by flying over it.
well, we could do that.
Beans
We
can.
roll up in a tree and then jump, and I use feather fall on us. We should.
Oh, yeah.
The river
But-
is about 5, 10, 15 to 20, about 15 to 20 feet across.
He hasn't noticed us. Can we
Yeah,
just
you
cast
can.
a sleep spell on him and put him to sleep? And then just cross.
Oh, and then steal his stuff.
He probably has pretty much HP, just saying. He's an ogre.
Yeah.
He's not very smart.
Hold on.
Yeah, but
let
the
me check.
sleep spell requires... Like,
Yeah.
his
I can
roll
roll
needs to be
78.
higher than his HP.
Should we just kill
I
him?
can roll 78.
Yeah, but do we want to take a risk to engage?
We could just kill it, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I could also try to convince it to move. Like, Corbo, do you still have Hark's head, or is that?
No,
Bugbear's?
I gave
Oh,
to
yeah, that's right.
Guards Night Zone.
And I'm practically useless at the moment. I cannot really defend anyone. I cannot heal. Only thing I can use is Sacred Flame and my crossbow.
Lewis, from what I can tell, is it the ogre, one of the ogres we've met in the cave?
It's not.
Oh, too bad.
Okay.
Maybe we could have had a nice chat over pipe.
Does it look of intelligence?
I wouldn't
ogre.
describe any ogre as looking intelligent.
Yeah, I know, but like, if you would make the bar at the same level as ogres, does it look smarter than the average ogre?
Well, considering the fact that he has essentially
Lots of money.
set up a toll booth on this bridge, that is already above the intelligence level for most ogres.
Okay.
I approve of the enterprising spirit of this ogre. It seems a shame to kill it when it actually seems to have done something with its life.
It has understood the concept of capitalism.
He's just trying to feed his family.
How many
Maybe
crossbows do we have?
I have a longbow.
Please.
Okay, bow, 2, 3. We have 4. We could all just fire at him at once.
Yeah.
We could also just talk to him. Like, maybe he owned.
Why don't we have like a shit ton of Goliath heads? Why don't we just pay him? And
Yeah, like we could pay him
Why
pretty
would-
easily, maybe.
Yeah,
He's
but
not gonna want to take an
we
ogre.
try and charm
I
him.
don't think he wants money. And why would he want ogre heads? We probably
No,
don't have anything
no,
he
no, no, we
appreciates
mean-
in value.
He
He has a
means we
toll
give him the money, and then we go off and get the money from the ogre heads later, which we just pay.
we have so much money to spare. Technically, we could just pay
Yeah.
Do
the
we?
toll and pass.
Why would he want money?
Well, he's got a
there's
shitload of
giant
that.
pile of money next to him.
Okay,
don't know why.
I thought he had like pile of stuff. Like
He has trinkets and gold next to him.
okay.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
We
To
not just
try
run
and
past him.
With my athletics, I usually
Lewis
roll
from-
something like 3 or.
Wait.
Looking at-
What I could do? I could run past him, and you could all just sit there, steal his stuff when he's chasing me, and you could all run whilst. whilst he's chasing
Can
me.
we
So I run
just
it.
for once not be criminals? Just
Can
Yeah, I could also just go talk.
I'm not about that life.
I want his stuff though.
Can I ask unrelated question, but that's something that's important. Is what Shadows did to me? Is my strength still?
Your
decreased?
strength is still decreased.
Okay.
I
Lewis, is he wearing any metal armor?
No,
I could.
he's not wearing anything.
oh no.
Oh, hello.
No.
Right, time to turn on the charm, lads. Right, let's do this.
Can
I
I
like
try
how,
and charm
like-
him? The
Yeah, I could try to charm
With
him.
the spell.
I could as well.
Let me read the description. Hang on.
humanoid.
5
Oh,
minutes
shit,
ago,
let's
we were
rotate this
just
anyway.
like, let's get safely to the city. 5 minutes later, let's do all the stuff.
One person.
I just want to
I
participate.
don't
in
know if
all
an ogre is classified as a humanoid. Let me just check.
I could also just try to persuade
It is
him
not.
into something.
It's a giant, isn't it?
It's classified as a giant. Yes.
Can't we just
Does he
pay?
speak giant?
Don't know. Maybe.
I'll try.
Oh,
How about just whisper from a tree? Or no, not whisper, but just shout.
What about a fog cloud? You just run through the fog cloud.
Oh, that's good. That's good, actually.
Yeah. Make a fog cloud, steal the stuff, and then cross the bridge.
But we
or-
won't be able to see very well through it
we
either.
could
That's-
try to stealth just through the breach, like so. it
Why
doesn't-
don't we just pay him?
I tell you what, no, I tell you
Let's
what.
just talk.
I don't want to lose money,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
I don't want
Okay.
to lose money either. I'm
No,
not
this is
rich.
what I do. Telling the group to stay put, I limp out of the forest and approach the ogre.
Wait.
I am not going to take any advice from a guy that, like, 30 minutes ago set himself on fire.
That's a good point.
Erdan is just so
speak with him.
fucked, like, tired at this point. He didn't want to go and get the heads at the first place, and now he's ran around with a boulette and set himself on fire.
I'm
for
not
Shadows,
giving him.
like-
I'm not giving him any money. I'm like.
I'm not. I'm just
making-
asking. I want to know how much it is to cross.
Yeah, I'm
If
just
it's only
saying the
gonna be,
bar.
like, if it's a gold piece, fine.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if
Okay,
it's
That's
yeah.
what we
Even
need.
if
so I
Sure.
limp forward, waving to the ogre as I get closer, but still leaving an appropriate distance so that he can't easily come out and smash my head or something stupid like that.
Hello there.
Okay. So giving it distance.
Yeah. And I
Alright.
call out, how much to cross the bridge?
About 350.
Ogre looks over you and goes, "Hello."
Hi there.
Do you want a banana?
Come on, I couldn't hear what the ogre said.
I call hello back. Hello.
Hello. He waves, and you see him. He smiles slightly, but it might have once looked friendly, but there's not many teeth left, and what teeth are left are pretty rotten. And you can see some rotten meat hanging out from between two of them.
Move a little bit closer. If I wanted to cross this bridge, good sir, what would it cost me?
Good sir.
It has to be a little bit friendly.
Cross bridge cost 1 gold. 1 gold per person.
Okay, I take out a piece from it and I flick it to him as I walk past.
Okay, I will. Okay, sorry.
Wait, that's
what
it?
does the ogre say?
He goes, thank you.
Peace out, bitches. I'm done.
Upon overhearing this conversation, I step forward and in a friendly manner greet the ogre. Hello.
Hello.
I heard that crossing this bridge costs 1 gold piece, good sir. I forgot my accent.
1 gold piece, 1 person.
I reach into my pocket, hand him the 1 gold piece, and nod.
Now use the heating metal spell and burn his
He's friendly, no.
It's so nice.
But he's judging us for
He very,
crossing
very delicately and very carefully, surprisingly so, adds the gold piece to his little pile.
Oh, he's too cute to kill. Go
on,
I don't. It's not in my character to kill Enterprise like this. He saw a business opportunity and he's making it work. Sorry.
Well,
okay.
I just nod, say thank you, and pass the bridge.
Okay, I approach the ogre next. Hello, I say.
Hello.
How much was it again?
1 gold piece, 1 person.
Okay, I smile. I'm so happy that this went over so easy. I hand him 5 gold pieces and nod and say, keep the change, kind sir.
He looks very surprised and stutters over the word. Thank you.
This is by far my favourite list.
I can't hold my laughter while I go and just
He carefully adds one coin at a time to his little pile.
Please tell me you're actually recording this. I'm cutting this up and putting it on a soundboard.
Hello. I'm just going to walk across the bridge.
Oh.
No. With surprising speed, the ogre leaps forth, grabs you by the back, and tosses you back a few feet.
Wait, I can't hear the ogre.
Wait, I run in here. Wait. He already paid.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Shut up! All right, fucking hell, let me talk. Jesus Christ.
Sorry.
I was gonna say, that last girl paid for me already.
I don't understand. 1 gold piece, 1 person.
I gave you 5, and the 5 was one of the 5 was for me as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
5 is not 1.
5 is 5 once. I saw you putting 1 in at a time.
I turn around on the other side of the bridge. Please don't complicate this too much. I shout to Sarah.
Come on.
He kind of like purses his lips together a little bit and stares blankly at you. What? 1 gold piece, 1 person. And he lifts 1 finger up.
I hold 5 fingers up and point at each one, saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I point at the middle
blankly.
one. I point at the middle one and say, me.
He kind of nods slightly. He doesn't look very convinced. It's almost as if he's like trying to pretend he understands. Oh.
I hold my thumb up at him and say, "You're actually quite smart."
Oh, thank you.
And I smile at him and move on my way.
He looks back at you. It kind of looks like he's considering grabbing you again. And kind of scratches his head.
This is probably the most friendliest character we've met so far.
Far and away my favorite.
I actually feel sorry for him, so I walk
Oh,
here
come
back.
on! You're overcomplicating it.
And I point the Scottish. I say 1, and I give him 1 more coin.
Oh,
Thank you.
Sorry, boy, because it's so nice.
To the pile.
I head back over.
I'm a fucking hardball. I need to show no mercy. Giving him gold for crossing a fucking bridge, which is like public property.
I approach the ogre and I say, "You seem like a friendly chap. We are going on a bit of an adventure. I don't suppose you'd like to join us."
Oh my god! Oh,
we can make you very, very rich.
Ooh.
Much better than just sitting here in front of the bridge. Oh, very rich. You see how much gold you've got there?
Yeah.
4 times as much. 5 times as much.
Erdan, may I remind you that we're going to Waterdeep? I'm not sure if they'll allow a huge ogre in
That'll be
Waterdeep.
fine. I just want to keep. I want to keep Lewis in this character for.
Hello.
How much is 4, 5 times?
Well, I tell you what, if you give me some of that gold, I'll count it out for you.
My gold.
Don't you want more gold?
Yeah.
Lewis, can I just start walking to Waterdeep? Fuck this.
Okay, yeah, you can walk off.
Actually, I want to head back to the ogre. It's too much fun.
What about Foinkle? Is he not joining us?
Foinkle's flying over.
I'm waiting for
Okay.
Lewis?
No, I've got a great idea. Go on, Foinkle. Fly over.
Yeah, I'm trying to fly
mate.
over.
There's a guy a little bit down the way that he's trying to fly over the river, and I'm kind of whispering, kind of in a state. If you head down that way, he's trying to get over right now without paying his 1 gold piece.
What? Who's flying?
There's a
Someone can fly?
yeah, he's flying over the bridge right now. He knows that you're a smart man wanting to charge gold across the bridge, and he's trying to get around it. I wouldn't stand for it if I were you. You know, he disrespects you. He doesn't pay the charge, and the next guy that comes along doesn't charge it.
You're being silly. People can't fly.
I mean, go and have a look yourself. I can see him right now. He's hovering over there. Go on, just down there past that tree.
If I go, you're gonna take my gold.
No, I promise. Look, hand on heart. You're a smart man.
It's not the first time somebody's tricked me and taken my gold.
Oh.
Okay, well, I tell you what. Why don't you take as much? Why don't you take the gold with you?
He kind of thinks it over a bit, scratches his head. I can't carry that much. And what about my wagon?
Okay.
I thought that when Erdan said I wouldn't stand for it, he's got to sit down after that.
Lewis?
Yes.
So, while Scottish was walking over and Madara was as well, could I walk over the bridge with the commotion?
Yep. He appears to be far too confused about the mental arithmetic he's trying to work his way through.
Can I do a perception? Can I do a investigation check on this pile of stuff he has there to look if there's anything valuable?
Yep, go for it.
Say he has gold, but he also has other stuff.
Please don't steal from this guy.
12 plus 2, 14.
There is a pile of gold pieces, probably around 100, 200 of them around there. It's hard to count them all. There is a wagon, which looks like it's piled full of general goods. Some merchant has passed through at some point, probably didn't pay, got thrown in the river or something like that. And it's mostly food items and so forth. Doesn't smell too good. It's probably been there for a bit too long.
Themed hands.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, just the wagon and the pile of gold coins that he's carefully put down one by one.
Do you know this big quotation marks, like magic trick where you pretend that you can like take off your index finger by like covering your thumb with your other index finger?
No.
Really? Have you never? Maybe it's just James. Do you know that one?
Yes, yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, I know.
Like on your right hand, you bend in your index finger, then you take your thumb off the left hand, put it on like the knuckle, and then you just move
Oh
it. So
yeah,
it looks
I
like
know
you're
that.
taking off your finger.
Yeah, I know that.
Anyways, I would like to do that to the ogre just to see the reaction to my sick magic trick.
His eyes widen to to the point where you can almost see the entirety of both eyeballs, and he reaches out and grabs your hand, lifts you up into the air, up to eye level, and sort of like pulls back your fingers and checks they're all there. His eyes go back to normal, and he drops you back to the ground again. Filthy tricks.
Lewis, I'm gonna post it in the general. It's like that, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
It's that, yeah.
Oh, okay, right.
My sick magic trick.
Can I roll a persuasion check to see if I can persuade him to come with us and join our team?
Yeah, you need to give me a good actual persuasion as well, though.
Okay, I'll roll the number.
More money than he can carry.
Oh fuck!
Oh.
Can't believe you've done this.
I knew it.
I'm gonna try anyway.
Can I ask him first?
You can't roll first. You've got to give me a persuasion,
right.
and then
Okay.
you can roll. And
Can I?
depending upon it, I'll give you advantage, disadvantage, and so on. Yes, Si.
I'd like to ask him what he wants to do with the money. Kind sir, what are you collecting the money for? What is your dream to do with it?
A gold piece shiny, one gold piece, one person.
Okay,
I reach into my back. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I just sort of I look at my boots and I nod with just shaking my head a bit and trying to stifle a laughter.
Upon hearing those words, I reach into my backpack and take one of my 500 ball bearings and hand it to him.
He takes it very carefully from your hand, holds it up to his eye, inspects it, frowns a little bit, and just tosses it off away. Kind of flicks it away. It just goes, launches off into the forest.
No one ever wants my ball bearings!
He wanted to make a persuasion attempt, James.
Hold on, let me think how I'm going to phrase this. You seem like a very smart, friendly guy, and I can tell that you're quite fond of your gold. We're heading north. We're gonna go find a lot of gold for ourselves. I don't know if you fancy coming with us. I mean, you by all means you keep that gold. We're gonna go into the city and spend some of it. But if you want to come with us afterwards, it could be a lot of fun and make you a very, very rich man. I kind of rub my fingers together to show just how rich.
Oy vey, my shakers.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
Oh wait, loads of people disconnected.
Yeah, I did. I did.
Oh shit, yeah.
Come on, nat 20. 11 plus 2, 13.
Stares at you blankly for a second, and his mouth kind of just like begins to hang open slowly. His jaw sort of slowly descends. He kind of loses the focus to maintain his jaw being closed as he thinks.
Focus.
How rich?
You see how much gold you have right there next to you?
Yeah.
Wait for him to, yeah. Imagine 20 times as much as that. Imagine that entire wagon filled with gold.
Ooh. I can fill wagon with gold.
Yeah.
You help me fill wagon with gold?
Yeah, if you come with us, you join our team, you be our friends.
No.
Then we'll make a very, very rich ogre.
Gorm have friend?
Yeah, all of us.
I raise my
When the
finger.
guest invites more people to the party.
Exactly. I just want Lewis to stay in character longer.
Gorm fill wagon with gold. Where Gorm go?
Oh, you know what? It's too much effort. I walk away.
Aww.
You have to pay to cross the bridge again.
Gorm want fill wagon with gold.
Well, then you'll have to.
No, wait. Just go.
Then I point in the opposite direction. Then you'll have to go that way.
What way? What? Oh.
Where I'm pointing. Fast as you can. Lots of gold down there.
Fast.
Fast as you can go.
Fast.
Yeah.
You know the town guard will just kill him on sight.
No, I'm sending him the opposite direction away from the city.
He looks back at his pile of gold, thinks for a few moments, kind of reaches down, picks up one piece, and then begins to wander off.
Hey, I shout a bit behind after him. Take more. Take handful, and then
No, I genuinely feel like a shit
One gold piece,
you
one
better do.
person.
no.
Oh, he's the one
It's
person.
all yours.
He's the one person.
Go on, one person. Go on, take one gold piece.
I feel shit now.
He begins to slump off.
I wave at him.
Swinging at his side.
Now that I feel like a literal pile of shit, is he still like in line of like how far away is he?
He's sort of like slumping
You know
off. He's
what?
not going
No,
very
I call
far.
him back. I call him back. I call him. Come back. What did you say his name is? Gorm?
He seems to be calling himself Gorm, yeah.
Gorm, come back. Come back.
But you told me to go this way.
No, buddy, come back here. Come back here. I'm employing this is what I teach us at medical school. Ironically, to work with children with learning disabilities. So, I mean,
This is pretty much the same.
Buddy, you stay here. You guard the bridge for us. You keep charging 1 gold, 1 piece. And when we come back, we'll go north with you, okay? And we'll get you that wagon full of gold, okay? You just stay here for us. Can you do that?
Okay. Go
Great.
stay.
Oh,
Yep.
Good lord.
There we go. And then I pat him on the shoulder, kind of in a friendly manner, and then
You definitely can't reach that shoulder.
Okay, well, I pat him kind of awkwardly on the belly.
On the elbow, maybe.
Yeah, elbow. Good lad. And then I head off. There you go.
What a mad lad.
He kind of slumps back down again by his rock.
Okay. I also beat him good. What time is it? Is it still night?
It's night, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I bid the kind sir good night and give him another cold piece to cross the bridge and go after the other people.
Good night, metal lady.
How much gold did you spend on him?
I gave 5 initially, then I paid Skardash and now myself 7.
Oh gosh.
Can you update my gold with -1? I updated the other one. I cannot get in.
Yeah, I can't get in either.
Same.
Alright,
We're just stuck on the menu. Won't let us go back. Have you ever restarted the game?
Changed it for you.
Channel.
Thank you.
He slumps back on his rock.
Tara, you're crossing the bridge, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I am. I don't know because I'm looking.
It's fine, I've crossed the bridge for you.
Yeah, thank you.
I look him in the eyes, visibly like sympathizing, and just say, "Well, have a good night, my friend. See you soon."
Bye bye.
That's so far my favorite NPC.
Louis, was that the NPC you were talking about the other day?
No.
Oh.
See, the truth is, I would have let him come with us, but then if he got killed, I'd feel heartbroken.
Yeah, I was worried of that too. That it might.
He's safe from his bridge, charging his 1 gold piece until someone gets pissed at him and kills him.
Yeah,
That's not a problem.
I hope God won't go there.
He doesn't look very friendly on this picture.
Yeah, I know.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
He can be angry and he can be friendly. As you saw when Skardash tried to go across the bridge, he was on the best please.
He can protect, he can attack, but most importantly, he charged 1 gold pack.
But he didn't smash Skardash to ground like very violently. He just Skardash is
He
still
might
fine.
have if Skardash had continued.
Yeah, true. But at least his initial reaction is just like,
If you'd taken him with you, you could have told him to hold the door.
hold the door. Oh, that's Hodor. We could have called him Hodor.
Okay, the group continues forth on towards the city, and that is where we will end our session for the day.
Okay.